Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the CU Rec Center Ice Rink here in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. It was a gorgeous day outside today. Highs in the mid-50s or so. I got out and went for a little drive in my little convertible out there. It's rare to get it out in January, so it was a fun day for sure. But thank you all for tuning in to Scope Up Sports. I'm Kieran Warger alongside Nick Evans. Tyler Phillips is behind camera for us here this evening. He's going to be getting our close-up shots. And we're walking into Game 2 of this series here against the GCU Antelopes and, of course, the Colorado Buffaloes here at home in Boulder. But last night's game, real quick, what was your take?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like GCU was in control of that whole game. They played very impressive, for a team right now in the middle of the pack of the WCHL, especially when CU got a really hot start to that game. And then after that, once things kind of settled, GCU just really took over. So I think, CU just needs to get right back at it, get that hot start again, go up early in the game like they did. I believe they got the first goal tonight, and, just stay with it the whole way, because we noticed they were really hot coming out of the intermissions, and then they just kind of cooled down afterwards. Yeah,
it was quite an interesting game here. Very physical, as we're going to get to that more in depth in a moment. But folks, to be honest, we are rounding down here a little bit. It's getting towards the end of the regular season here in the ACHA WCHL Division 1, and this is our remaining home schedule here. At home for the Colorado Buffaloes. They're taking on Missouri State, the Bears of Missouri State, on February 14th and 15th. That's going to be here in Boulder, so we will have the pleasure of bringing. So we will have that game for you, those games here in the rink, and also the final game of the season is against. It's the Rocky Mountain Face-Off against the CSU Rams. That's going to be game 1's going to be up in Fort Collins, and game 2 will of course be here, and. Hopefully we can get a crew up to Fort Collins to get to live stream that game to you all at home, because we know we're very gracious to you all for supporting our streams over the years. But that's the remaining schedule. It's kind of sad to see it winding down a little bit, to say the least.
Yeah, well, that's still a very exciting game that you're looking forward to with that Rocky Mountain Showdown, or Face-Off, the Rocky Mountain Face-Off. That was the exact same thing last year. It's kind of like rivalry week in football. It's always last week. Last year, it was a away game for the D1 team, in Fort Collins. We were there on the 15th, went to Raising Cane's, and we had all the CSU players there afterwards. But CU won that game handedly. I believe it was 5-3 or 5-2. And they were just one game away. All they needed to do was win the next game, and that's how they got to regionals. And they had all the momentum, and yet the next game they just collapsed. They allowed, I think, 3 goals in the third period. A really emotional game. We had a full cast of seniors in me and Aiden, and that was just a really emotional way to end the season. So I think it's going to be the same thing. Looking for that next Rocky Mountain Showdown. That series is going to be high emotion. Probably high penalties and roughing and things like that we kind of saw last night. Yeah. And very, very, very active fans. This is a school that's only, an hour up the road, hour and a half. They're going to be down here, and then our fans are going to go up there, and it's going to be a very, very tense game, to say the least.
Speaking of penalties, moving into last night's game, ladies and gentlemen, we had more penalty minutes last night than I think number 1 ranked UNLV has had all season, and that's probably a trending thing throughout the league. And I mean, obviously a bunch of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. I think there was a total of 4 in the game, 5 actually, 4 of which were all in the second period. There were tons of fighting. Liam O'Gwen was actually assessed one, and it looks like Jake Carney actually went into the box to serve for that one. So, yeah, Nick, that was intense last night.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because, like we said, you expect those really rough, chippy matches to be against, the number 1 team, the number 2 team, where you're kind of just playing that way. You're the more physical game, or a rivalry game, against CSU. And those ones get chippy, but this one, like I said yesterday, the the really chippy games, the more physical ones with a lot of penalties, those really happen when the two teams are really evenly matched. You'll usually never see a game get to that point when it's a 2-point game or higher. And I don't think it was ever a 2-point game or higher in this one. So you can kind of see why with the just the nature of last night's game. It was really fun to call, though. But you look at that penalty section, that is insane to look at.
Yeah, it's like scrolling down. That's like an entire letter-sized paper or something. If you were to print this out, that would be interesting to see for sure. And more on last night, the score, obviously it ended 3-2 in favor of the Antelopes. But, looking, both periods were tied up. And then early in the third period, Caden Henriksen for GCU gave them the lead off the power play just under 30 seconds in to that game. And that effectively sealed the night.
Yeah, surprisingly, that was the only power play goal of the night. And we were talking about it. This is a very efficient power play unit that you have on the Antelopes. So we were expecting if they got, 3 or so penalties, that they would just get goals in every one. Or power plays, excuse me. They'd get goals in every one. But it was really the opposite. They only got one, credit to CU's penalty kill. And, yeah, just really anomaly of a game that you're looking at. I wonder if it's going to be replicated here tonight, especially with the unsportsmanlike conducts.
Yeah, that's something you hate to see here. Obviously, hockey is a very physical sport, but when you've got just starting scruffs left and right, you can't be doing that here. And this isn't even like a big rivalry game. It's not the Rocky Mountain face-off, as you were saying before, Nick. So you got to keep your composure. You got to be You got to keep your sportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
Anyway. Around the league, folks, this weekend has been an all-out war fighting for spots in the postseason. So last night, there was a interesting series. Obviously, UNLV is ranked number 1 in the league right now, and they actually lost to the
Utes.
The Utes of Utah, and we'll get more into the rankings later. But Utah's number 4, right behind Colorado. So they were down. That was a shocker for sure. And obviously Missouri State, they beat CSU 5-4. And looking at UCO, Arizona absolutely obliterated them 5-2.
Well, and hey, that, as we'll look at in a second, the Missouri State game and the UCO game that you see there really shook up the middle of the pack. There's a lot of movement in the standings in that kind of 4th through about 7th placement, whereas you got a team like UNLV has not lost in regulation at least in 10 games, possibly further. I don't remember the last time they've lost in regulation, but losing in general is a just anomaly for that UNLV team. So credit to that Utah team for scoring 3 past the number 1 team.
Yeah, looking at, speaking of the standings, we were talking about that just moments ago. Obviously, here's the WCHL. Obviously, number 1 ranked UNLV Rebels, 46 combined points on the season. And neck and neck with one another, Colorado Buffaloes in 3rd and the Oklahoma Sooners in 2nd, 32 and 35 respectively, excuse me. Obviously, Utah is still at number 4. But getting into tonight, the number 6th ranked Antelopes were number 7 up until their win last night, and that brought them up to 25 points over the CSU Rams.
Yeah, and you still got those Utes in the rearview mirror, only 1 point below the Buffaloes, trying to steal that 3rd-point spot. That's going to be huge. The Buffs that we just looked at, they're kind of on the last couple weeks of the season. Really need to get every point they can, and you got that regulation loss last night. That's going to be huge, and every regulation loss from here on is going to matter a lot. And you know that team, every single person in the locker room knows it.
Oh, without a doubt, this is intense here. I mean, obviously, if you're GCU, I mean you're up in you moved up a spot. That ups your chances to possibly make the postseason. I mean, it's only 1 spot, but still, you beat the Buffs tonight. You're going to be possibly claiming that number 5 spot or creeping closer because you're neck and neck with ASU.
Yeah, and you got the Rams. That was a huge loss against the Bears because now the Rams got moved down. They got leapfrogged by the Antelopes and are now looking to claim 5th. So the Antelopes, I believe, coming into this weekend were in 8th. And then Missouri State moved down 2 spaces last week. And now they find themselves in 5th, trying to get one more point. I don't think ASU plays this series or this weekend. They definitely don't. I made all the graphics you're seeing. So that would be a huge opportunity just to head into this weekend in 5th after you started this weekend in about 8th.
Yeah, this is going to be. I mean, the WCHL, like every spot in the postseason is up for grabs. And speaking of those scores last night, Utah's currently sitting at number 4 still. But earlier today they played UNLV, and it was a shutout, 4-0. And looking at CSU, they're gonna face-off is gonna occur just after hours here in Boulder, and Arizona beat UCO again 3-2. So, like we've been saying, Nick, every spot is up for grabs here.
Yeah, you're really going to be looking at the WCHL games as we approach these last couple weeks. So every game, the tighter and tighter that these spots get, the more you're kind of eyeing these games. And those losses like that, Utah losing, that is huge. UCO losing, I believe they're in 10th or so. They're not a threat anymore, but you got a lot of Antelopes fans. They're going to be looking at that CSU Missouri State game because they're just above them, and Missouri's kind of in a slide, or Missouri State, excuse me, is in a slide, and they might go further into it if they lose against that Rams team.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Obviously, as we say, CSU has dropped to number 7 after that loss, and Missouri State right now they sit ranked number 8, so they're neck and neck, and we'll have that result to you hopefully by the end of the night here as they're facing off at Fort Collins just after face-off here will commence. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight's post-game show. Excuse that voice, or pre-game show. I did that twice.
You did that yesterday
man.
too, yeah.
Man, I'm tripping. But yeah, alongside Nick Evans, I'm Kieran Warger. We got about 15 minutes until the introduction of the starting lineups and our national anthem. So stick around. You're watching Scope Up Sports. Welcome back to Boulder, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting ready for period number 1 here at the CU Rec Center Ice Rink between the GCU Antelopes and the Colorado Buffaloes. As the Buffs have just taken to the ice, and you saw a moment ago there, Cam Bandoni skating out before leading out his Buffs team onto the ice as they retreat to their bench. And we're getting ready to hear the introduction of the starting lineups. Energy is high here in this rink this evening. After that tough loss last night to this GCU team, the Buffs are in high spirits, trying to hype each other up and make sure that they can get the W here tonight and split this series and maintain their number 3 spot here in the league in a closely contested competition. Final huddle before the game commences.
Yeah, I like what you said, partner. It seems like CU's always really, really late getting off that ice, but you figure a lot to communicate with this team, especially on a game like tonight.
Love the energy. Crowd's into it as well. And the huddle has been broken. Starting off. Tonight we got Cam Pickett's line starting off tonight for the Buffaloes. Speaking of Pickett, he's going to go to the faceoff circle against Owen Hansen. Hansen was instrumental last night. Here we go. Faceoff 1 controlled by the Buffaloes. Back into the corner is Kate. Picked up at the half wall. Antelopes come away with it. Thomas. He's got room up there at the half wall, and he's going to chip it behind his net. Now back to Thomas in the corner. A long pass from Colton Gerben. There's a chance here. Out back into the corner. There's a shot. That goes high and bounces off the glass. Just half a minute in. That GCU pressure from last night already seems to be taking shape. It's Cam Pickett back into the corner. Plus-size pass there for Jake Russelenko. That long pass out into the neutral zone as they try to clear the zone. Here's Nislanik. He's going to chip that one out to Jack Ferguson. Comes on the ice for the first time this evening, and here comes Drew McConaughey. Turns it over. There's a shot saved by O'Gwen right into the glove as that shot off the stick. Excuse me, Jack Dolan.
Fast starts were the name of the game for the Buffaloes last night. I'm liking how fast the Antelopes are coming out here.
Marcinkevichus tried to get, that was a sloppy face off there, and that goes right into the pad of O'Gwen. Yeah, you were just saying there, Nick. I mean, the Buffs had one heck of a start last night, and GCU has decided to flip the script. As Tommy Wardis in the face-off circle. Bit of a sloppy win there, but it's ultimately taken away by Marcinkevichus. That pass into the corner. That went off the leg of a skater there. That was a tough scene. There's a shot right into traffic, and it goes wide of the net. There's another shot from the rebound, and great save there by O'Gwen as the net comes out of the posts. Seems to be
you can see right there. Got a equipment malfunction. Got a strap blown into number 85. Jack Dolan has to come off. You can see the strap just came right off on his helmet. Not sure how. That was Jack Ferguson. His helmet came off. Not sure how that happened, but it's a tag sale in the first couple minutes here.
Can't have that physicality like ripping equipment off, man. Come on now. Yeah, Jack Dolan had that shot on goal on that last play as the Antelopes come away with this face-off, and that's forced into the corner. Out in front here, another chance pass broken up. It's picked up by Elliot Testa. He's got a chance skating up the left side. No help. He's going to just fire that one into the corner wide of the net, and McConaughey picks it up back to Marcinkevichus. McConaughey can't keep it in at the blue line, and man, it's been all Antelopes here with another chance and a bit of a cross-check there. Great save by O'Gwen. No penalty called. Marcinkevichus up the left side. He's got help from McConaughey out in front, and he's just forced to get rid of that puck into the corner. Another chance here for Ricky Nelson. He's got help, and Thomas wants a piece of that. Now they're back into the corner. Multiple skaters trying to get their puck on it as now it's back into the corner and a save by O'Gwen. Just going to smother that one.
The Lopes already have 5 shots on net. Colorado's still looking for their own. Like we said, it's the complete opposite last night. We'll see how Colorado can respond.
Another face-off circle here. Roman DiDomizio back into the circle for his Buffs. Yeah, I'd be worried facing off against him, but don't need to worry about that as the Antelopes take it and a shot that goes wide of the net. Here's number 23. Not a whole lot of power as DiDomizio is going to try to pick this one up back into the corner, and Issa Mansour is on the ice for the first time this weekend. Antelopes still in control of the puck. That time, one-timer goes into traffic and wide of Liam O'Gwen. Back into the corner. Let's take it over. Swung around. Puck is picked up at the half wall, and here's Thomas. Nice pass right into traffic, intercepted there. Excuse me, Matty Hull. And David Hofteaser in a bit of a scuffle there. And another chance here. Save, O'Gwen. Put it back into the corner. And here's a chance here for captain of this team, Braden Husby. Another shot right into traffic and forced wide of the net. And great save there by O'Gwen as that sounded like it went off the post. Stereotypical. And Mansour tripped up a little bit. A bit of a trip up there on the linesman. No penalty is called. She gets back up to her feet. And scuffle there at the half wall is Owen Dickinson trying to fight for it. Blake Blevins trying to get that as well, and it's taken away by Husby. And now Jessica Dickinson's going to just get rid of that puck into the corner as we have lost a stick here. It's going to be picked up by the bench. Zlanik, and a huge check there by Ferguson. No penalty is called. Clean hit. Here comes Cam Piggott. He's in a bit of a scuffle there. Double team there. Nislanik, he's got Piggott, and Piggott is just boarded into the corner there. Tons of physicality. Not a whole lot of huge hits with the exception of Ferguson, who's got the puck, by the way, on that last one. Pickett's chasing that into the corner as DeMorinville came out to play that one. Here's a cross-ice pass. And it's picked up by Jacobsma. And a great stop by O'Gwen. Holy cow. Defense is all over that, and some extracurricular activity is taking place. And Nash Jacobsma. Bit of a scuffle there.
Boy, I'm really liking the way that Liam O'Gwen's playing right now. He's getting the stand-up saves. You know, he goes high when he needs to. But also, he gets down that butterfly. He's one of the better keepers you'll ever see play here for this Buffs team.
Yeah, he was instrumental last night, despite the tough loss. He stayed on his feet and took some hits there, and got in a little bit of a scrum there towards the end of the third period. But that's when we walked out with all his teeth. So there's Thomas. As this pass to Gerben. Thomas in the corner, and Logan Berge trying to get his stick on it. Here's Gerben. Back out to Jacobsma. And a loss of a footing there. Here's a chance here out in front for Jake Rosalenko. That shot goes wide. Great save there by DeMorinville. Back into the corner. The GCU bench loves it. Or the half wall rather. Jake Rosalenko trying to get that one off. Ferguson with a shot goes wide. And the puck is loose at the half wall. Yeah, DeMorinville back into...
Yeah, how about that? Dean Randville, he's still the awareness of the net. That's a familiar name. I remember him last year. He was given the bus fits last time we saw him here at the rec center last year.
We're going to stop it here as O'Gwen's just going to smother that puck. And D. Moranville skating into the corner over there. A little shaken up on that last play, I guess. Another face-off in the buff zones as Marcin Kevichus comes in. This is crucial for him. And he doesn't get that one. Shot right into traffic, and we've got a couple players down on the ice, and we're going to get a stoppage here. Oh, that is... Looks like Marcin Kevichus is down on the ice. That is not good.
I also have an Antelope on the ice there, trying to identify who it is. It's number 16 of GCU.
It's not on our roster,
or I'm sorry, 18. That was Cam
18
Nealon.
Rather, that's Nealon. And Nealon makes it to his feet, and he'll retreat to his bench.
Yeah, both sticks got high, and you saw the heads touch the ground there. Marcin Kevichus will immediately come back to that bench, or I'm sorry, to the locker room and get looked at. Nealon will stay on. As actually Marcin Kevichus elects not to go to the bench. He'll just get looked at, or not to the locker room. He'll just stand on the bench and get looked at. Talk about grit.
Man's a tank. That's what we love to see from him. Roman DiDomizio back out on the ice. Hopefully we can avenge his teammate. If anyone can, it's him. It's Hoff-Teaser that picks that one up at the half wall. DiDomizio back to the corner for Carney. Carney trying to get his stick on it. Here's Hoff-Teaser. Trying not to turn it over. Hoff-Teaser's got a chance here, skating down ice. Back into the neutral zone for DiDomizio. We have a trip up there on Gavin Ukeli. Picked out in front for Dougie Wood. I got the pass out intended for Matty Hull. And turned over here as the Antelopes will get another chance here as Schmidt skips up the ice. Or Serchik, excuse me. Mieslek with a shot that goes wide, and O'Gwen keeps it in play. Another chance here for Gabe Trichter right into traffic. Right into the leg of Manser. Look out here. Magic wants a piece of that as that puck is chipped back into the corner, and Dougie Wood trying to pick up this one. Wrapped around. And Manser is going to try and clear his zone, but the Antelopes just cannot, or they're not letting that happen. That's for sure. There's a chance here, and before he's skating up the ice, they're going to try to get the wraparound in front, and a great save there by Liam O'Gwen. It's been outstanding here this evening. We're going to get a stoppage of play here as a hand pass.
Almost caught the Buffs on a bad line change. That does not happen a lot. Usually they're really good awareness on the line change, but you saw right there, you had a player left completely alone. That was Tommy Wardis. First time saying his name, I believe, this series.
Yeah, I don't remember calling him last night. So here's Thomas. He's going up the right side. Pass out in front, and a save by O'Gwen. Another shot with the rebound, and O'Gwen is there, as is his defense. Here comes Owen Dickinson. Cross-ice pass, and caught his line in the midst of a line change. Can't connect as we approach 12 minutes to go here in the first. Back out to Jesse Kate. And pass picked up by Dickinson. He's just going to get rid of that into the corner. Obviously a little miscommunication there. As Logan Burge, he's trying to chase that one down. Back into the corner. Here's Kate. He's going to take a shot right into traffic. Here comes Tristan Balkel into the corner. He's checked there. The GCU's changing up their lines a little bit here tonight, giving their good guys a little bit of rest. See if they can walk away here with a series sweep. There's a shot right into traffic and into the pads of Liam O'Gwen. GCU's trying to get the wraparound. Back into the corner. Feeling that pressure there from Jesse Kate. As that's wrapped around, and Niezlanik trying to get his stick on it. But Caden Niezlanik has had so many chances this weekend for scoring. But his defense, man, can't go wrong. That shot into traffic. Back out here is, Blake Blevins. Jessica Tay trying to get his stick on another chance here. Out in front, save O'Gwen. It's picked up by Logan Bergie, who skates up the left side along the boards into the neutral zone and is tripped up there near the blue line. Up there, Cam Piggott back on the ice for the Buffaloes. Another chance here out in front for GCU, and another stop there by O'Gwen. And some extracurricular activities again taking place. Oh, man.
Whoa. Looks like it's Piggott involved in there. And Piggott, I believe, was one of the repeat offenders, had several penalties last night's outing. Yeah, of course, there were like 6. Hard to remember.
Yeah, looks like Pickett might go to the box here. So, we're going to have a power play here on GCU. The first time this evening. Although, it's going to be 4-on-4 rather. As Caden Hendrickson headed to the box. So, 4-on-4. Physicality hasn't stopped here, Nick, and I don't think it's going to, honestly.
I agree with you there, partner.
Here comes the face-off as Marcy Kevichus looks like he's got the wind back under him, or got his legs back under him, rather. He's going to head back into the face-off circle against Cam Nealon.
Still figuring out the scoreboard here in the rink, but you can see there, in fact, I think I can count, there's 4 people from both teams. 5 if you count the goalies.
True. The scoreboard has been fixed here, and we're ready to start play. And Marcy Kevichus, he's got a chance here. Skidding up, trying to get into the slot, and a great defense there by GCU as Marcy Kevichus is tripped up in the corner, trying to get his stick on the puck as it's a wrestling match out here. McConaughey chasing that one down. Haven't been a whole lot of points scored by him this weekend. Not a whole lot of action. He's had some great chances. But here comes Maislick skating up, trying to get into the slot. Ferguson is going to pick up this puck into the corner. Out to McConaughey. He's got it at the blue line, shot or pass into traffic. Marcy Kevichus trying to get his stick on it, and a turnover here. We've got a breakaway, broken up by Marcy Kevichus. All over Owen Hansen. Another chance here. Here's Thomas. Back at the blue line, cleared out by McConaughey. Crowd loves it. Inside 1 minute to go on this 4-on-4. And Hansen's got another chance here. Hansen back to Thomas. Testa chasing him down. Crowd loves that. Husby. Pass intended for Gherkin. And here's Testa. He's got wheels going up, trying to get into the slot. Forced off to that right side. And a save made there by D. Moranville. Back into the corner. As we have 20 seconds to go here on this power play. Or excuse me, not power play, 4-on-4. We would like to see more power plays here this evening, but obviously that physicality, I'm not sure it's going to happen. Here's a Hoff teaser. Wraps around back at the half wall. And he's going to go skate down ice. Back into the neutral zone. Great stick handling. He goes up the left side, and he's got help out in front from Jack Carney. Out in front, Cam Piggott chasing that one down. As that's back into the corner, and a long pass there. Broken up. Matty Hull lets that one out as D. Moranville comes out of his net. And here's Piggott trying to get up into that slot again. He just can't find that momentum as Matty Hull is forced to retreat. Long pass out there for Bergy. Rosalenko. Piggott chasing that one down as both these teams are back at full strength inside 8 minutes. Matty Hull chasing this one. Going back into the corner is Matty Hull. Oh, he's got big hit there.
Oh.
Hull goes down, and Gwen's got traffic out in front of him. Holy cow! Treasure is going to take a shot right into traffic. Buffs are just helping their goaltender out any way they can. 7.5 to go here in the first. Back into the corner, picked up by Hull. He's going to try to skate down ice. Long ice pass intercepted. And here's Trieschler. He leaves that one out as he goes off ice. Excuse me, rather. And offsides, I believe, is the call here against GCU.
Boy, Liam O'Gwen, really comfortable in his own crease. He likes to come out when he needs to, but he also knows when to stay in and play passive. And most importantly, he has a lot of trust in his defense.
Yeah, good on them too, Nick. I mean, they're just in front of him all night, blocking shots. It just goes right into traffic, and GCU has been you can't forget about their defense. They've been incredible here this evening, stopping the Buffs any chance they can, out shooting them by immense numbers. As Jack Thomas races into the corner to pick that one up. He's got Dickinson on his tail. He's going to wrap that one around the half wall. Had a chance here, and Blevins is just going to get rid of that into the corner. Blevins trying to chase that one down and turned over. Here's Dickinson out to Kate. Goes up the left side. Shot goes wide of the net. Blevins into the corner. Trying to get his shot on it. Kept into the zone there. Had a bit of a check there in front of the Antelopes bench, and their bench is loving that one. 6.5 to go here in this first period. Fighting for the puck in the corner. Here's Ferguson. He just thought about that one-timer shot into traffic pass. Broken up by Ricky Nelson. And Nelson just breaks up passes all the time here this evening. And speaking of Nelson, he's got a chance. He's trying to get up into the slot, right into traffic, and a penalty coming here. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it might be a
slashing
call here against Blake Blevins. So, first man advantage of the night for the Antelopes.
I will say, still more disciplined this first 15 minutes of this game than last night. I think by last time we had about, 5 or so penalties by this point.
Yeah, the first period was like obviously nothing compared to the second and third, but I mean, much more discipline. A little bit of a scuffle here, but they're for the most part just keeping their composure and making some clean plays. Back into the corner is Hansen, chased down by Ferguson. McConaughey's line is out on the rest. Excuse me, Rosalenko trying to break that one up and forces Thomas back into his zone with Gerben. Here's Hansen. Pass out to Gerben. Intercepted there by Husby, or picked up there by Husby, rather. And that's fired and bounced off against the boards. As a quick line change here. He's getting up ice. Here's Husby. Leaves it out for Jakobsma. Husby checked into the corner. Ferguson trying to get a handle on that. That's going to just be shot deep into the zone inside 1 minute to go on the power play as we round the 5-minute mark in the first period. Got it back there is Ukele. He's got help here from Jakobsma. Up the right side, right into traffic, cross-ice pass, and grabbed out of the air. Shot here, thought about the one-timer. Jakobsma's going to shoot it right into traffic and a save by O'Gwen. Rebound. Great stop there by the Buffaloes defense. They're all over them, all over GCU. It's Marcy Kevichus. Checks number 19, Caden Hendrickson, into the boards at the half wall. There's a shot, goes wide of the net. And Ukele's just laying the pressure. There's another shot, goes high off the stick of O'Gwen. And Marcy Kevichus skating down ice, shorthanded as the power play comes to an end here. Marcy Kevichus trying to get the wraparound. He's got no help, but Jessica Tay rushes in. He's forced into the Marcy Kevichus is rather forced into the corner. And Hofteaser racing in to try to get that puck and keep it in the zone for his Buffs team. Katay. Marcy Kevichus is gassed at this point. There's a shot, goes wide of the net and into the corner. Puck comes out to Schriescher. Hofteaser, a little nifty little backhander there, and pass intended for Dougie Wood, and intercepted back into the neutral zone. Hofteaser trying to get his stick on that one as O'Gwen comes out to play it and leaves it for Nislanik. Puck in the corner picked up by number 83, Suchik. Schriescher trying to get his stick on his stick there, and Hofteaser, he's going to put this one out to Wood. Gives a little pass out to Nislanik. Huge check there on the boards. I can feel that rumble from up here,
Me
folks.
too.
Holy cow. Loudest one this weekend, maybe of the season. So around 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Nislanik's just going to try to keep that one in the zone, and he does. And it's going to be gloved there by D. Moranville.
Boy, I felt that check in my chest. You know, like when a really loud car is next to you. That's what that felt like.
Yeah. Really loud car, loud exhaust, subwoofers. Sounds like my cousin Dylan. And here's Marcy Kevichus back into the circle, and he's got that one. But right into traffic there from GCU. Ferguson back out on the ice. He's going to get that fire that one deep into the zone as Rosalenko into the corner. Back out to, Ferguson trying to intercept this one, and here comes Husby skating up the right side. He's got room as that puck is picked up by Quentin Kinney. Bergie out to Cam Piggott. Back into the corner. Ferguson trying to chase this one down. It goes back out to... There's a check there right in front of the Buffs bench as they're climbing all over each other. Bit of a scuffle here as the play is not stopped and a broken stick out on the ice. But here's Piggott trying to set it up. Shot right into traffic. Piggott again trying to clear it, or trying to get beyond the blue line. Forces his Buffaloes team to retreat. Cross-ice pass. Matty Hull is got help as we are inside 2 minutes to go here. Rosalenko, that was one heck of a shot, too hot to handle, and we're going to get a stoppage here as that puck goes into the corner.
Boy, that is a very tall referee, Mullins over there. Just realized that.
Yeah.
He was standing next to some of the taller players, and he was still a couple inches above them.
Yeah, Mullins has actually got a name tag. We don't see that a whole lot in this league. I'll have to look him up during intermission. Linesman in a discussion there with Matty Hull. Finally drops the puck. The crowd was a little antsy here this evening. I mean, I can't blame them. Last night's game was really intense. They want to see a good game here. Huge check there by Cam Bandoni back on the ice for the first time this weekend for this Buffaloes team, rather. Puck is gloved out of the air by Treasure. And we got there. Puck back towards the opposing bench, or GCU bench, rather. As the crowd wanted an interference call. They're not going to get it. A Spring is going to pass that one back out. Chance here for DiDomizio trying to pick that one out, trying to get the wraparound. He's got help from in front. And D'Antoni trying to lay down the lumber out in front here. Man, D'Antoni looked like a wheelbarrow there. What did you say, Nick?
Yeah.
Inside 50 seconds. There's a shot saved by O'Gwen. McConaughey trying to get that puck into the corner, and a bit of a trip up there. That puck is fired into the corner for GCU. Half a minute to go here in the first period. No score. GCU's got a chance saved by O'Gwen. Rebound. Out in front, O'Gwen has got traffic out in front of him. Can't glove it down, or can't glove it. 20 seconds to go here. So that's into the corner there for Hendrickson. Puck is nearly gloved out of the air by Thomas. Inside 10 seconds. Here's Thomas. He's got one last chance. As the Buffs were in the midst of a line change, and they've got no help, and they're all over them. Cross ice pass, nobody there to receive it, and that's going to do it for the first period as time has expired. Not as physical as last night, but certainly physical to say the least, Nick.
Yeah, just getting right back to it there with the more disciplined, albeit, but still much of the same with the physicality, which I always love to see. You know, I can appreciate a really technical, fast-paced game, but it's always nice to see a player like Rapolis Marcin Kevinchus, who's just did a juggling effort right there on the puck. But you got a player like Rap, you just really appreciate, because once he gets that stick, or he gets that puck rather, his stick has the puck on it, but he's also using that arm, using that physicality, you know, keeping the players off the puck. And then the other side of it, you got defensemen that will knock you off the puck, you know, if you're not careful. So it's an art form, you know, seeing the physicality of that. It's kind of a lost art in the 21st century. You know, I like 2000s, 90s hockey where that's all it was.
Yeah.
But
man, I mean, we love to see that physicality, but this is clean physicality. I mean,
yes.
No blatant hits. It's just been.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well,
of course, man.
Only one penalty, too. Well, the 4-on-4. Yeah. But only one power play on the night and no goals. I don't know if we still have it, but I think we're on pace, God, to only have 3, or I guess if you're doing the full 3, so that'd be 9 penalties compared to the, 46 penalty minutes, 48 penalty minutes?
48 penalty minutes last night, so.
Which is insane.
Yeah, only 6 tonight, so.
Very disciplined hockey, though, tonight. You like to see that.
Yeah. This is, like we said, just clean hits and great stick handling by both of these teams. So something that we really haven't seen too much of this weekend, or this weekend so far. We've got about 15 minutes until the second period, so enjoy some more scenes from this week's live show going into this first intermission here. Alongside Nick Evans, I'm Kieran Warger. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Skill Buff Sports.
What's up, Buffs fans? Welcome back to our SCO Buff Sports live show. I'm your host, JR Weeks.
And I'm Jada Shore. We have an exciting episode for you today, so let's get into it.
We begin with the men's basketball team that continues to slump as the Buffaloes fell to 78-63 in last Saturday's matchup against the Arizona Wildcats. After a close first half, Colorado was unable to find rhythm from the floor, shooting 44% from the field, while Arizona shot 56%. Julian Hammond led the third led the CU Buffaloes with 19 points and 4 assists, while Anthony De La Rosa led the Wildcats with 20 points and went 6 of 9 from the three.
Following Arizona, they would extend their losing streak to 9 games in a nail-biter loss against Arizona State on Tuesday. The Buffs would lose 70-78 after the Sun Devils were able to make their free throws late in the game. Senior Trevor Baskin put up 19 points with 4 rebounds, but 18 from ASU's Adam Miller was enough to pull it out. The loss puts Colorado in a 0-9 conference play.
The men's basketball team will take a trip to Fort Worth, Texas this weekend to take on the TCU Horned Frogs. The Buffs still look to remedy their turnover and rebounding struggles as they continue their search for their first Big 12 win. TCU's Noah Reynolds and Ernest Uday Jr. led the charge for the Horned Frogs, although Colorado's chances at postseason play are slim to none. They still have 10 conference games to play. The series record between these two teams is tied at 2 wins apiece. TCU comes into the match hoisting a 10-10 record, 3-6 in the Big 12, while the Buffs sit at 9-11, 0-9 in conference play. Tip-off is set for Sunday at 2 p.m.
The Buffaloes then finish off their road trip next week, traveling to Salt Lake City to face the Utah Utes. This will be the first and only matchup this season between the former Pac-12 rivals, where Colorado leads the series 34-30 all-time. The Utes are 3-2 at home in Big 12 play, while the Buffaloes are still winless in their true road games this season. Senior guard Gabe Madsen leads the Ute charge, averaging 14.5 points per game. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m., and the game can be viewed on ESPN+.
Now, it's time for this week's trivia question. With this year's disappointing 0-9 start to conference play, your question for this week is, when was the last time the Colorado Buffaloes men's basketball team went on a 9-game losing streak? Stay tuned for the reveal later in the show.
We have some brighter news for the men's basketball team, pun intended. Colorado alum Tristan Del Silva has been on fire in his rookie season. The Orlando Magic forward has been named the NBA Rising Stars roster, joining 9 other rookies in a 28-player pool that will be divvied up into tournament teams. The Forever Buff is averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game on the Orlando Magic, who have been relying on young talent like Del Silva after the injuries of several star players. NBA.com ranked Del Silva at number 7 in Rookie of the Year race. The Rising Stars tourney will take place Friday, February 14th, with the winning team set to participate in the inaugural NBA All-Star Tournament.
Frida Foreman's mastery of deep-range shooting led the Buffs on Saturday against number 10 Kansas State. The Wildcats were without their best player, Okoye Lee, for the first time, and it showed in the matchup. The Buffs overwhelmed K-State down low, tallying 40 points in the paint. Colorado also locked down on defense, holding their third most efficient offense in the nation at the time to 37% of shooting. In the end, the Buffs sped away from the Wildcats to upset the Big 12 foe 63-53. This is the second top 25 team upset for the Black and Gold this season, as a few weeks back, J.R. Payne's crew shocked then number 14 West Virginia.
After their win over Kansas State, women's basketball went to Utah to face BYU on Wednesday. The Buffs were led by Namir Dew's 22 points off the bench and Sarah Rose Smith's 13-rebound night. Colorado led by 9 at halftime, but the Cougars were able to tie it up in the third quarter. In the closing seconds, freshman Tabitha Benson hit a massive go-ahead 3 and stood tall at defense to secure the victory. The Buffs were able to sneak out of Provo with a 67-66 win for their first road game in the Big 12 season.
Women's Hoops returns home to face the Texas Tech Raiders on Sunday. In this historic matchup renewed in the Big 12, the Buffs have only beaten the Red Raiders 5 times compared to the 18 losses. Guards Jasmine Shavers and Bailey Maupin led Texas Tech as the tandem in combining for 28 points per game. Both squads are struggling in Big 12 play, though CU's win over BYU placed them 2.5 games above the TTU in the standings. Tip-off in Boulder is on Sunday, set for 2 p.m. on ESPNU.
CU continues its homestand on Wednesday with a pivotal matchup against the Arizona Wildcats. The Wildcats come into the matchup half a game ahead of the Buffs in the Big 12 standings. U of A will look to keep its upper hand in the rankings with offensive help of Jada Williams, a sophomore guard, averaging 12.4 points per game. On defensive side, the Buffs have to keep their eyes out for Brea Cunningham, a sophomore forward, averaging close to 2 steals and blocks per game. The Buffs and Wildcats will tip off from CU Events Center at 7 p.m. on ESPN+.
Who wants to do basketball? Who wants to do football? Who wants to do soccer? Who wants to do volleyball? That's so sick. Did Christian just say videography? Anyone want to do that?
Good afternoon, Buffs fans. This is Buff Banner. I'm Colby.
I'm Aramis.
And today we're going to be talking about the upcoming NFL 2025 draft, specifically our Buffs football players that are entered in the draft. So Aramis, if you'd like to get us started.
So me personally, I think the first Buff taken after Shadur and after Travis Hunter will be Will Shepherd. Though he didn't have the flashiest of numbers, maybe LaJohntay Wester had a better season statistically. I feel like this guy has what it takes to be a big NFL threat. He had throughout his last 4 seasons, he's had over 40 receptions and 500 yards in each of those seasons. He's had 27 total touchdowns in his collegiate career, and he's a big guy. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. I feel he has a similar build to Courtland Sutton. I feel like he's a really big threat in the end zone. Whatever team he goes to, he's going to instantly make that end zone offense way better. With Will Shepherd, he's the type of player that a 50-50 ball turns into a 70-30 ball. Any ball that's in the air, Will Shepherd has a very good chance to catch that ball.
You know, I think Will Shepherd, there are, of course, concerns about his top speed, so I think his pro day, or if he gets invited to the combine, whatever, that's going to be a big factor in where he's drafted. I think he could definitely be the third Buff off the board. But, you know, like I said, concerns with top speed, and, of course, it depends what kind of wide receiver teams want. He's, you know, I don't see him being like a wide receiver 1. I see him starting out definitely as a wide receiver 3 if he starts right away anyways. And really, wide receiver-wise, for the Buffs, I kind of like Wester better. 930, almost 1,000 yards on the season, a lot faster, bigger plays, more explosive. I think more teams are going to be looking for a faster, more explosive player.
I feel you. I really like Wester too. I just feel the problem with Wester is his size. I feel like it's very hard to get a good small receiver like him in the NFL. He's going to be taking a lot of hits. He's a very light guy as well, so his body's going to be taking a lot of damage in the NFL. And he is a fast guy, but I feel like every team already has a really good fast guy. If you look at the teams that are at the top, they have a fast guy, and a lot of them that are struggling to get past, you know, like the Chiefs, the big teams, don't have that 50-50 ball guy. That guy that you can just throw it up to him and you can catch it. I feel like Will Shepherd brings a lot more explosive plays to a team than LaJohntay Wester can. I feel like LaJohntay Wester is really good, but he has problems catching the ball against his body.
Yeah, you know, I won't argue with that. But like I kind of already said, it just kind of depends what type of wide receiver teams want. And it's like let's talk about a team like Pittsburgh, the Steelers. They need a lot of wide receiver help this offseason. They need to get a lot of wide receivers. A lot of people leaving them. There's even concerns about George Pickens, what he'll do. And so a team that's drafting, looking for a wide receiver in the 3rd or 4th round, like the Steelers, it just depends kind of what wide receiver they want. And so we'll just have to wait and see which one of those two is going to get taken first. But let's talk about another one of our wide receivers, Jimmy Horn Jr. You think he gets drafted?
It's very tough to look at Jimmy Horn Jr. Though he played in, I believe it was 9 games, he didn't really have that much of the share on our offense. That first game against North Dakota State, he had an amazing game. Over 200 yards. He had that long touchdown to start the season off. He was looking really good. And then he kind of fell off in our offense. The emergence of Will Shepherd, the emergence of LaJohntay Wester kind of put him in the backseat. And then with the injury, everyone kind of forgot about him, I guess, if you could say. He's a very good route runner. I feel like a lot of teams were looking at clips. They're liking him. I think I heard someone say that he could be the Tank Dell of this draft, which could very well happen. But I just think it's tough to look at it. I feel like if he does get drafted, it's going to be in the later rounds, maybe like a 6th, 7th. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gets undrafted.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no doubt that he ends up on a team. And I think, because of the injuries that he dealt with last year, limiting his playing time, his snaps, whatnot, it will be harder to take him earlier rounds, of course. But he really is impressing at the Shrine Bowl right now. Same with, of course, Shepard and Wester. Yeah. All of our guys really impressing at the Shrine Bowl, really increasing their stock. But Jimmy Horn Jr., that's big for him, considering how much playing time he got this past year because of injuries, like I said. And so depending on how he does on the Combine, that'll definitely move him up if he does well. If not, we'll just have to see how he does in those. But those are really our big offensive guys in the draft. Let's move to some defensive guys that I'm a big fan of that I don't really see a lot of talk of outside of CU fans. First one I'll talk about is Cameron Silman-Craig, our safety, a fan favorite for sure. A lot of Buff fans love him. A lot of the media, not so much. His stats not the best. 1 interception, a forced fumble, 2 sacks though. Teams like safeties that are, versatile. And of course, a big thing for me, 64 tackles, real fundamental tackler. I think he can get taken in a 6th or 7th round. And really because I think teams are going to want to use him on special teams too. And teams are always looking for special teams players they can trust.
I agree with you. I feel like he'll get taken in the later rounds. I feel like he's one of those guys that's just the leader of the defense. We saw when Shiloh Sanders was out, that defense got better without Shiloh Sanders. And it was because of the emergence of Cameron Silman-Craig. He's a tackle guy, like you said, but you can also rush him off the edge. He's not amazing in coverage, but he's just a leader. And I feel like that alone could get him drafted. And of course, if he has a better combine, maybe he'll move up around. But I don't see him going as high as our receivers will.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I also think any team that gets him will love him. I think he's someone that doesn't start right away. He'll develop into a great safety. And teams are always looking for people that they can develop. And so next guy that I'm surprised, shocked that I don't see more about him is BJ Green. I don't know why I don't see more about him. He has 7.5 sacks, 33 total tackles, 20 of those being solo tackles, and 2 forced fumbles. Those are pretty good stats. I don't really know why. We'll see. I think he'll be moving up boards as this offseason goes on. Not really the best comparison, but I do have to say he has one more sack than James Pierce Jr., someone who's supposed to be going in the 1st round. Now, of course, this is one of the best edge rusher draft years in recent memory, and so that will be affecting his stock. But I would love to see him go 3rd or 4th round. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I think he's a really good player as well. I just think the only thing against him is how bad the CU defense was. I feel like scouts are going to be looking at how bad the defense was at times and just be scared away of any player on that defense. I feel like as they watch more tape on him, they will, like you did, fall in love with him and maybe put him on the draft board, and then he'll rise from there.
Yeah, teams love people that get after the QB, and that's what he does best, get after the QB. And so I would love to see him go. And, of course, last player we'll talk about is, of course, Shiloh Sanders. Any thoughts?
Fan favorite, am I right? He had a good Shrine Bowl game. He did not have a good Shrine Bowl camp practice. We saw those clips of him getting burnt on one-on-ones. And I think his age, more than anything, is going to lead to him not being drafted. He's played, I believe, 6 collegiate seasons. He got injured this year, which is going to take away from his stock.
Welcome back to Boulder, ladies and gentlemen, inside the CU Rec Center Ice Rink as we are getting ready for period number 2 between the Grand Canyon Antelopes and the Colorado Buffaloes. As the officials take to the ice here. And there's head coach Trace Javelin heading to his bench as his Buffs team is congregating right outside their locker room, ready to come out on the ice. Crowd's starting to filter back in here into the rink. 15 seconds to go here in the intermission. And there's McConaughey. One last chat with his team before taking to the ice once again.
Usually I'm the one that's turning along to the PA songs. That actually wasn't me.
Here comes GCU out onto the ice. And here come the Buffaloes, led out by Liam O'Gwen and David Hofteaser. Now the fans are smart here this evening, bringing blankets in to cuddle up with. It's chilly here. I'm wearing a turtleneck and a suit, and I'm still shivering.
Yeah, thankfully, a good amount of people in here to counteract the temp.
That's true.
It always helps.
Yeah, that's true. There's
kind of a ritual going on. Whatever this is.
Yeah.
The starting line.
O'Gwen was
back
there chilling with Caden Boucher. Just warming up a little bit there.
I don't know what Boucher was doing.
Come in. See what's going on here. Yeah, Boucher's still on the ice warming up. He might be taking O'Gwen's place at some point tonight.
We can't, fault that. O'Gwen, you look at the shot ratio right now. So good time to bring it up. 17-5 right now, our official numbers. Well, they're unofficial, but there are official numbers. But yeah, 17-5, and you already have a keeper that had 28 shots on net last night. Really making them work right now. So wouldn't it be a bad idea to have Boucher come out there and just help out his tendy?
He's taking a lot of shots. The Buffs really need to even out the shots on goal, and they're going to have a chance to do so here this period as we are underway. Off the face-off from center ice, McConaughey trying to get his stick on, or excuse me, Kate rather, in the corner. Focus back in the corner. Cleared out by the Buffaloes. And here comes some more pressure from, Colton Gergen. And Gergen again. Fires that one right into the pads of O'Gwen, and it's puck rests in his glove. We'll get a stoppage about half a minute in.
O'Gwen doesn't appear tired, though. Still coming out of his crease when he needs to play that puck, and then doesn't look like he's huddled over trying to catch his breath, so.
Yeah, man's a beast. There's a huge hit there into the corner on Marcinkevičius. Try to get Marcinkevičius down as much as he can at this point. Out in front. Else turned it over. Here comes a chance here for GCU to respond. Marcinkevičius, great skating skills there. That pass goes high, not toward McConaughey. Kinney back on the ice. McConaughey back out to Ferguson. Turned over into traffic as Ferguson takes that one behind his net. I got to McConaughey. Watch out. He's got wheels. Going to try to skate up the slot. And it looks like we're going to get offsides. Oh, what a chance there for McConaughey. And the play is stopped. And he's confused as he goes up to talk to the, he's just going to go to his bench.
That was a double whammy, too, because the entire Buffs line changed right there. And then, of course, they caught Didi Mitzi offside, but that could have been a great break for McConaughey. and a really great line shift.
Here's Cardi. He's going to wrap that one around, picked up by DiDomizio. Into the corner, Wood out to Hull. Carney wants a piece of that. Hull's going to fire and drive. Score! Matty Hull on the boards for the Buffaloes. Holy cow, what a play there. Excuse me, David Hofteaser, rather. He's going to get credit for that goal. Holy cow, the Buffs are on the board first. Just over a minute and a half into this first game. What a shot there from deep, right into traffic, and it sneaks right over the pad of Jacob DeMaranville.
Not a lot of shots on net for the Buffs, but they really make it count when they do. Hofteaser right there, just a beauty. Top right, just finds the back of the net, and looks like my Chell franchise Sims, where you're getting a third of the shots on net, but you somehow get one past.
Back into the corner there. As it's cleared out by the Buffs again. Forces GCU to contemplate here. Yeah, shots are more than double in favor of GCU, but Buffs are starting to respond here. They're getting the momentum in front of them. It was our first icing call of the night here, if I'm not mistaken. Face off back into the Buffalo zone. And, Blevins won that face off, and here's Nealon is going to escape back into his zone. And looks like might have been delay of game on there. Regardless, we have a stoppage of play. Excuse me, no delay of game. But face-off coming back to the Antelopes zone. Score! Holy cow, what a goal right off the face-off. I actually missed that one with my naked eye. So, holy cow, 2 goals within a few seconds of each other. Clock is still running here in the rink, but Owen Dickinson gets that one right off the face-off seconds later. Holy cow. As the officials head to the scorer's box. As this, we'll see if this counts.
Boy, he caught me offside. I was on the close shot.
Scope Buffs chant starting here in the rink as 17:40 is put back on the clock. But looks like that at the moment that goal is not going to count. It's not on the boards here in the rink. We'll have to check it in ACHA's website to see what the ruling was.
Which still isn't updated.
Still has not updated here in the rink. But at the moment, we do believe it stands. There's a shot to O'Gwen, and it's saved. Right into the pads. That's broken up there right into traffic. Scores finally out on boards. Another shot and a great save there. Score! 3 goals in a row, Nick. Holy cow. As that looks like this one's not going to count, though, as the net did come off the post, and that does make sense. And Coach Javelin is having some words with the officials.
As the coach is joining in on the chant, you can see him doing the arm motion. That might have been the loudest pop I've ever heard in this rink. And it stinks because we don't have net sound anymore, of course, because we have the directional mics. But that pop was insane. They will award that first goal, but not the first goal that we thought wasn't counted on the boards. They will not call that call. Whoa, that goal, excuse me. Still 2-0.
The Buffs are responding here. It was all Antelopes there in that first period, out shooting the Buffs by more than double. And Buffs still don't have quite as many shots on net, but they're certainly responding this period with scoring some goals. And pushing Jacob DeMaranville out of his comfort zone. for sure. As here
Yeah, he
comes the
looks
face-off. Stoppage here. And
Coach
line
Jablin
changing.
right now
Coach
talking.
Jablin took a timeout here to talk to the officials on that last goal.
Now they can challenge, and as we were made aware of, our own broadcast can be used. I don't know if you know this. Our own broadcast can be used as replay technology. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they'll just pull up YouTube.
Yeah, I would assume that's what they do, but because we don't have like lines going down to a replay room. We're not connected to like the big replay room in Toronto like they are in the NHL, but regardless here, face-off controlled by the Antelopes in their own zone, and back into the corner there. Sorry about the awkward camera angle. Here's Ferguson. He's just going to get rid of that one into the corner. Wrap that one around behind the GCU goaltender. And Kinney's going to try to get his stick on it. And keep applying that pressure. Blevins. GCU, is their energy is still here. Here's Blevins. Bounces that one off the half wall on the boards. Out to the left here is Hansen trying to get his stick off, and the penalty coming here. It's going to be
Another slashing.
Another slashing call. So Liam McGuinn getting some cheers there as Quentin Kinney heads to the box. So here comes the face-off near O'Gwen, or to the left of O'Gwen, rather. Marcy Kevichus in the circle. So another power play opportunity here for the Antelopes. Get themselves back into this game. The pressure's there. They just can't sneak it past O'Gwen. And like you said, Nick, he's got to be tired at this point. I mean, he's taking shots left and right. Not a whole lot this period, but we'll see what he can do here. As
Another scoreboard kerfuffle.
Another scoreboard glitch here in the rec center. Marcy Kevichus, a bit of a sloppy face-off there, but it's turned over. There's a shot right into traffic and off the pad of O'Gwen. It's cleared out. And looks like we're getting another penalty here, if I'm not mistaken.
I like how the penalty box person is on the phone right now. I believe that was a hand pass. They'll call that.
Oh, yeah, it looked like a handbag. Looked like a hand pass. But yeah, the penalty box attendant is they're on their phone right now. There's a shot into traffic, goes wide of Liam McGuinn into the corner. Here's McConaughey trying to get a stick on it. Marcy Kevichus chasing that one down. McConaughey clearing that. And the puck goes back into the corner, and D. Moranville comes out to play it. Just inside 16 minutes to go. Hey, into the corner. Excuse me, we're getting tired here on the broadcast and yawn a little bit, so I do apologize. Out in front here, into traffic. Kept into the zone by GCU. Outside pass. There's a chance here. Out in front, goes up the right side. There's a shot, goes wide.
Keeper keeps clapping his hands and shit.
It's the glass. Out in front here, off the leg of Caden Islanic, who clears the zone. And so Gavin Euclid will chase that one down. Here's Euclid. Cross-ice pass intended for Gherkin. And it's chased down. Puck is loose out in front. And we're going to stop it here. Rosalenko's line comes back out onto the ice for the Buffaloes. Half a minute to go here in the power play, just inside 15 minutes remaining.
Look at Caden Boucher on the bench. He keeps signaling. I don't know if he's hand signing or something to the to the stands. There's someone in the crowd he's communicating with.
Yeah, he's just waiting his turn to get on the ice here this evening, I think, at this point, Nick. as a Thomas fires that one and wrapped into the corner and wrapped around along the boards. And it's picked up, there's a little backhand pass there back to number 11, Benjamin Oakland. There's a shot right into traffic, save Ogwen, rebound, another great save by Ogwen. It almost looked like it went in from here, but it went up behind the net. Ogwen's just blocking shots left and right here tonight as Thomas keeps that in. That shot by Husby goes wide, kept in there by Giving out in front, Husby right into traffic. Another great stop there by the Buffaloes defense. Thomas takes a shot off the pads of Ogwen. Buffs desperately trying to clear their zone as they return to full strength. And they've been at full strength for about 20 seconds now. Half a minute, give or take. As that's back into the corner. And Hofteaser comes away with this puck. Here comes Hofteaser. He's going to try to skate up into the slot, forced out to the right side. Great defense there by Gherkin, the defenseman. Another chance here for GCU to respond. They're desperate to get on the board here after that. After all those numerous goals by the Buffaloes, would have been 3 if if the net hadn't popped out on that third goal. All within 2 minutes of each other. Here's Ferguson, turns that one back over. And DiDomizio with a huge hit, and we're going to stop it here for an offside. Roman DiDomizio, he is a beast, and he's making his presence known. I would not want to make that man mad.
Well, Dougie Wood, the other guy you don't want to make mad. It's an inside joke. It's also out there.
Cam Bandoni trying to get his stick on and pass back out into the corner. It is back out here. There's Kinney. Ferguson. Check there along the boards. Here's Ferguson trying to get his stick on it out in front. Just really trying to clear the zone is Kinney. He skates up the left side. And that goes high up into the glass. DiDomizio Blevins rather. Where am I going with DiDomizio? Yeah, reading. Not good at that. Ferguson, pass broken up into the corner. And there's around 12 and a half to go here in the second period. Back out into the zone. Kinney trying to chase that one down. Here's McConaughey as Blevins leaves that one out for McConaughey. He's got wheels. Goes up the left side. He's got help from Testa. Out in front. Shot save by D. Moranville. With a big check there into the boards along the half wall. Back to the corner. 12 minutes. Another chance here for GCU to respond as Hendrickson skates up ice. Up the right side. And a chance here to respond. Here comes Marcin Kevichus. Back out and picked up by Caden Islanik to Testa. McConaughey with the little pass out to Marcin Kevichus. He's got a chance here out in front. Save! And D. Moranville will bounce on top of that one. It looks like, D. Moranville is down and the training staff comes out. Oh, that's not good.
Always a worry there that you tear something going into that. Looks like it's not the case. Well, the backup goalie is warming up right now.
That was one heck of a save. So
Adler Hoagland right now is stretching. Going to see if D. Moranville will come out. So you can see him right there getting his reps in. Going to have a talk with the keeper. Trainers are dancing to the beat.
He is. Smart man. Loving what Hoagland's doing. He's getting them reps in, but having fun at the same time.
It's like doing a field concussion test right here on the rink. Looking at that cranial nerve in the back. And then doing the cognition test, excuse me. Yeah, doing a cranial nerve field exam right here on the ice. I don't think I've ever seen this. But yeah, they're doing the standard concussion protocol.
Yeah, normally you would just skate off the ice into the locker room or the training room, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this. Yeah, 11 and a half minutes to go. Buffaloes are still up by 2. And there's a great chance there on that last play by Marcinkevich, who's skating right up the slot out in front, and great save made by DeMoranville, and hopefully he's okay.
Looks like he's currently answering questions yes or no about symptoms, and
looks like
he's been cleared.
Looks like he's going to stay in. That's the spirit. Look at a fist bump there from Ricky Nelson.
Yeah, full field concussion and cognitive nerve test. That is the first time I've ever seen that on the ice. Or cranial nerve. I don't remember what I said earlier.
Rosalenko back out on the ice as Cam Piggott is attempting to face off. And he's got it. Into the corner there is Logan Bergy, at the half wall rather. A chance here for GCU to respond, getting revenge on that last play. There's a shot right into traffic in front of O'Gwen and can't connect as Nelson blocked the shot from his own man. And Manson fires that one into the corner. And Stewart out to Matty Hull. There's a shot save, O'Gwen. Blocking shots left and right. You can't stop this man. I mean, got the backup Tendy waiting as DeMoranville came out to play that one. Nearly played it to Logan Bergy. Back out to the corner, chasing down is Quentin Kinney into the corner. Going to wrap that one around, and it's going to be picked up by Cam Piggott right where the linesman was standing. Linesman may have interfered there a little bit as the man goes down into the corner. And Rip Jack Dolan comes off the ice. Puck is in the corner. Chased down by, they picked up Dougie Wood. Had a chance there. Broken up. Chance on the breakaway. Out in front. Saved by O'Gwen. That shot goes wide. And the crowd is loving it. That's our first shot going high up into the netting and out of play. As, Brandon Husby is emerging from the locker room. Or
He had to get a. Looks like it looks like he retaped his leg tapes. Wasn't sure what happened there, but it looks like he had some kind of equipment then, as there will actually be a penalty on D. Demetrio. Yep. We were so caught up about the bench rotation.
And the Buffs are the main offenders here tonight on foul plays, as we are approaching the 10-minute mark here in the second period. And Marcinkevich is back in the circle. Another sloppy loss there, but taken over by GCU as Thomas trying to get his stick on it and lets it go to Husby. Back out to Thomas. Husby again along the half wall. He's got help from Hansen out in front. Here's Thomas again. That's cross-ice pass right into traffic, broken up by Marcinkevich, who says Hansen's able to keep it in his zone. Finally cleared out by the Buffaloes right into the opposite corner. Holy cow, what a breakup pass. That was a rocket into the corner. 9.5 to go here. McConaughey, great stick work. Puck goes high up into the boards, nearly over out into the rink. As Thomas nearly hit the linesman. Carney is going to skate back into the corner, cleared out again by Ferguson, the defenseman. Back out as DeMoranville comes out to play that one. Dangerous situation out in front here. DeMoranville racing back into his net as that pass by Logan Bergy play was broken up. And a penalty coming up here on Thomas, or excuse me, Noah Jacobus. Nash Jacobsma, rather. I can't even talk this evening. And that's how you know it's cold in this rink. If I'm slurring my words, usually means I'm cold. But 4-on-4 here for about, I don't know, we'll call it 54 seconds. And here's McConaughey chasing down that puck. Wrapping around is Thomas, or excuse me, Schriescher back into the corner. And here's a pass out. The chase here short, or 4-on-4. Out here on the man out in front of O'Gwen. McConaughey trying to intercept that one. There's a shot, goes wide of the net. It looks like it went in. Out in front. That was a best wraparound chance we've seen here this weekend. Under half a minute to go here on the 4-on-4. As Marcinkevičius chases that one down. And here comes Husby. Out there is Schriescher.
Oh,
Back out here, big check by Marcinkevičius on Schriescher. But Schriescher back into the corner is Nislanik. Picked up by Marcinkevičius. 8 minutes to go. 60 seconds left on the power play here for the Buffaloes. And DiDomizio racing into that one. And a bit of a scuffle there as DeMoranville had a little bit of a hit there on DiDomizio. Crowd wanted a penalty. They're not going to get one.
DiDomizio comes out of the box. About 10 seconds later.
Already looking for trouble.
It looks like keeper is asking to come out, or at least asking if he's all right. You can see the backup keeper right now. He's talking with this guy. Looks like he will come out. Of course, not being worked too hard today. Only 12 shots on net for the guy. 10 saves. As he'll go elect to go straight. Nope, back to the bench.
Adler
He did a
Hoagland
180.
coming on the ice for GCU.
Now the
Hansen, the captain, is talking to the officials.
now we'll get an ozone draw for the Lopes. And now a penalty.
DiDomizio right back where he started. So another 4-on-4. You hate to see it. Off teaser in the circle against Hansen. Hansen wins it for Antelopes. That puck is wrapped around into the corner. Out in front, Hansen. He's got room right out, and the traffic shot goes wide. And back out, picked up at the half wall is Gergen. Gergen into the corner. Hofteaser. Hansen going to try to get another wraparound on O'Gwen. Hofteaser breaking up that one into the corner. And Gergen leaves that one as a turnover. Picked up here by Dougie Wood. There's a little backhander there to who's back for Hofteaser. That pass broken up as Hofteaser loses his footing. Back out to Dougie Wood. He's got a breakaway. Out in front. Going up the left side. Shot goes wide. As the 4-on-4 comes to an end and the Antelopes will go back on the power play. 60 seconds to go on the man advantage. Matty Holt chasing this one down. Is picked up by Thomas. Pass out to Henriksen. Back into the corner. It's Matty Holt trying to get his stick on it. Back out to Henriksen. Henriksen's going to fire from deep. Great save by O'Gwen. Rebound. Score! You can forget the shutout as the puck was snuck right by Liam O'Gwen. Penalty on the power play. And DiDomizio comes out of the box. As that shot, that rebound, courtesy of Henriksen. Buffs crowd being vocal about that last play.
Makes me happy that there's no, you really can't hear the net sound anymore.
Here's Blake Blevins in the face-off circle. Here's Cam Bandoni. He's got wheels going up the right side. Penalty clock is still running, yet the power play is over. It's the second power play goal of the weekend. Bandoni turns that one over to Trieschler. It's back out into the neutral zone. Trieschler is looking for help. Pass out to Jack Dolan. Kinney's going to pick this one up in the corner for his Buffs team, and his Chicks a check there out in front. Another chance as the Buffs defense scrambles back to help out O'Gwen, and they do. Blake Blevins at the half wall, turns it over. Picked up Ferguson in pursuit of that puck. Off the post, sounded like. That goes back into the opposing zone. Icing.
Not all the icings today. Feels like last night, and then a lot of the D2 games. It's nothing but.
Yeah. It's true. Great stick handling here tonight by both sides. 5.5 to go. Buffs lead 2-1. Yeah, it's only the second icing, I believe, of the night, if I'm not mistaken. And Blevins back in the circle. Antelopes get it again. They've been instrumental with these face-off. Watch out, Bandoni's got wheels. He's going to go up the right side. Tries to find the slot. Out in front for Dickinson, forced out. And it's turned over. A big check there by Blevins, trying to get his revenge. He's losing that face-off, I guess. Dickinson into the corner, turns it over. He's back out there. It's picked up by Caden Islanik. Out to the corner, turned over. Here comes Marcin Kevichus. He's got room going up, trying to get out into the slot, and it's forced back into the corner. Here's McConaughey trying to get his puck on it, or his stick on it, rather. Back into the corner there for Husby. He's picked up by Testa. Here's Marcin Kevichus. He's got help from McConaughey. McConaughey goes up the left side, out to Marcin Kevichus. Shot! And a great save there by Hoagland. Another shot from deep from Islanik and off the pads of Hoagland. Marcin Kevichus takes a finesse there in the corner, and Thomas looking for some trouble, it looked like there. Another check there on Kate. Pass to McConaughey from Marcin Kevichus, broken up. 9 versus 9. Thomas breaks up the chance there for McConaughey. That shot is deep into the zone. That's that in front. Out in front, saved by O'Gwen as that shot goes wide. 4 minutes to go here in the second. Picked up there at the half wall. It's Testa, as I think that puck went up into the bench.
Buffs have been trailing all night by at least 10 since I think the 8-minute mark of this game in points, or in shots, excuse me. Right now it's 11 shots in favor of GCU. 27-16 the total.
DiDomizio comes away with this pass, leaves it out for Dougie Wood, who loses his footing, and he's forced to just get rid of that puck into the corner. DiDomizio chasing this one down. Hofteaser can't get a stick on it. Here's Hull at the blue line. Back into the corner for Hofteaser. He's got room behind the net into the corner. DiDomizio trying to get his stick on it, as is Hofteaser. Out in front, DiDomizio. Can he get the wraparound? No, he will not. Carney wants a piece of that. Back into the corner, DiDomizio. A little hand pass there out of the air. And Hofteaser trying to get his stick on it. His stick. In front here. Carney. He's looking for help there as that battle for the puck is over, and Jack Dolan, he's skating up the right side, trying to get that wraparound, feeling the pressure out in front, and a great stop there by O'Gwen, and he's tripped over. And the crowd wants a penalty here. We'll see what happens here, and we'll see if Caden Boucher is going to come out here. But O'Gwen makes it to his feet. What a strong man. plays.
We'll get a neutral zone draw.
Gwen makes it back to his feet as we get the face off here in the neutral zone, and Antelopes take it. Watch out, they've got wheels out in front, saved by O'Gwen. Off his pad and stick for that matter. And Surchik trying to get his point off and a check there. Mansour's gonna fire that one. And there's Ferguson at the blue line. Shot goes wide. It sounded like it went off the pad. Excuse me. It seems like I think D. Moranville is back in net.
Yes, he is.
I didn't even see him come on. Just kind of spawned out in front of Rosalenko trying to get a shot off. He's forced into the corner. Logan Bergy. And looks like lost stick there. Mansour's chasing that one. Here's Piggott trying to break up this pass from his Lake. Into the corner there is Ferguson. Along the boards. Takes a check there. There's Hansen. Pass broken up by Ferguson. Ferguson finally clears the zone, and here's Rosalenko looking for help out in front. He's got Logan Bergy. He can't get his stick on it. Bergy. She's going to fire that one into the corner. Under a minute and a half to go. Buffs get a quick line change as Bergy comes off the ice. Back out to the corner. Icing called here. So face-off coming back to the GCU zone. Here comes Marcy Kevichus. Once again. McConaughey entering the circle. McConaughey trying to get his stick on that. And GCU comes away with it. Out in front here, skating up the right side is Thomas. Back into the corner, or back along the half wall. And here comes the pressure here from Gherkin. 1 minute to go here in the second period. McConaughey out in front here. Pass intended. Great stop there by D. Moranville. D. Moranville's trying to smother that one to stop play and just can't do it. And McConaughey chips that one back into the corner for Testa. Marcy Kevich is chasing this one down. As Islanic back out on the ice. He's going to fire that one high into the corner. And we're going to, looks like probably icing here.
No, he was on the right side of the red line.
Yeah.
Looks like the post. You see they're giving attention to that post. And then they'll have no zone draw as a result. .2 seconds to go here in the second period. Buffs still lead by 1. Let's see if they can put another shot on net here as Blevins wins that face-off. Hull is going to leave that one into the corner. Out to Carney. Great stick handling. Keeps the puck at the blue line. Blevins. He's chasing this one down as trying to pick it up from Dolan. On corner, Carney can't get that one out of the air. 10 seconds to go. And another chance here for GCU to capitalize. Out in front, saved by O'Gwen. 6.2 to go here in the second period. As we'll get a line change from both sides. So face-off will be occurring. Piggott wins that face-off, and the Buffs will try to get that one off, but that's going to do it for the second period as Jack Thomas chases that one back into his zone. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a hockey game. Yeah, we do. Scoreless first period. Plenty of shots, though, but nothing but physicality. Now it's kind of tightened up. You know, things are getting a lot more technical out there. And, yeah, the Dame's broken 3 goals in this period alone. And how about the Buffs? You know, they were the ones that kind of got off to the hot start last week and then just couldn't keep the consistency. And now it's the opposite. You know, they had a little bit of a slow start, but now they've just really tightened up on the passes. You know, the opportunities have been coming on offense, the breakaways, especially from their top line. And it's a big reason why they're up right now. And, yeah, just really good resilience from that last game.
Oh, yeah, you look at Marcin Kevich, who's on that last play there, with which nearly sent Jacob DeMaranville to the bench. But that breakaway was dangerous, man. I mean, you see that man coming towards you. Look out, man. And,
yeah.
But yeah, how about those goals early in the period from the Buffs? I mean, it would have been 3 had that net not come out of the post there.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see who plays in net coming into that third period. You had DeMaranville, of course, had that head injury, or head hit, I guess. Had a whole field cognition test, concussion test, and then cranial nerve test, all there on the ice. You can see he's the last one to go into the locker room. The trainers are going to follow him in there. So we're going to see what that yields. But we just saw Hoagland, I think, get 3 shots on net. And the Buffs didn't have a lot of shots on net. Right now, 29-19 is the differential. And they've been trailing by 10 the whole game in terms of shots. But 2 early goals. So going to be interesting to see who starts at goalkeeper. We'll have to look at that. But otherwise, the Buffs just got to stay to the plan and finish this one strong.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We've got about 20 more minutes of hockey coming up after this second intermission. We've got about a 15-minute break. So, folks, enjoy the rest of this week's live show here on Skill Buff Sports. We'll see you in about 15.
Years in recent memory, and so that will be affecting his stock. But I would love to see him go 3rd or 4th round. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I think he's a really good player as well. I just think the only thing against him is how bad the CU defense was. I feel like scouts are going to be looking at how bad the defense was at times, and just be scared away of any player on that defense. I feel like as they watch more tape on him, they will, like you did, fall in love with him and maybe put him on the draft board, and then he'll rise from there.
Yeah, you know, teams love people that get after the QB, and that's what he does best, get after the QB. And so I would love to see him go. And, of course, last player we'll talk about is, of course, Shiloh Sanders. Any thoughts?
Fan favorite, am I right? He had a good Shrine Bowl game. He did not have a good Shrine Bowl camp practice. We saw those clips of him getting burnt on one-on-ones. And I think his age, more than anything, is going to lead to him not being drafted. He's played, I believe, 6 collegiate seasons. He got injured this year, which is going to take away from his stock. He didn't play well when he was on the field. He had those games where Dion himself said that he was at fault for a lot of the big plays. And I just feel like he just won't get drafted.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, one of the biggest concerns I see is about how he likes to tackle and the routes he takes to ball carriers. But I kind of put him in the same range as Cameron Stillman Craig, where he'll be a end of draft pick, definitely end up on a team.
He'll definitely end up on a team.
But if you don't have anything more to say, I think that wraps it up for me.
That wraps it up for me, too.
All right, perfect. Thank you for watching this week's Buff Banner, and back to you at the desk.
On Monday, Colorado wide receiver LaJohntay Wester announced his invite to this year's NFL Scouting Combine. The speedster racked up numbers throughout his collegiate career that ended in Boulder but began in Florida Atlantic Owls, where he was an FWAA All-American punt returner in 2023. As a receiver, Wester finished 6th in FBS history with 326 catches, 74 of which were with the Buffs in 2024. Wester also had 931 yards and 10 touchdowns in black and gold last season, slowly but surely building his stock ahead of April's NFL draft.
Last night was the 100th annual East-West Shrine Bowl. 6 Buffs were extended invitations to participate in a week of practice and a game. The selection committee picks NFL-caliber players to attend. Shedeur Sanders, LaJohntay Wester, Will Shepard, and Jimmy Horn Jr. represented the offense. Defensive backs, Cameron Stillman Craig and Shiloh Sanders, were the lone participants of the secondary. Wester impressed in practice, earning a combine invite from his efforts. Shiloh and Shepard had the only notable playing time in the game. Shepard had a 20-yard snag. On defense, Shiloh had a pass breakup. Other players used the time to speak with NFL scouts.
Colorado's football spring game is set. Saturday, April 19th has been scheduled for this year's Black and Gold Day, where the Buffaloes will take to Folsom Field for the first time since adding 17 transfers and 13 high school recruits. Official spring practices begin on March 11th with a battle for the starting quarterback spot ready to ignite between Liberty Flames transfer Caden Salter and highly touted prospect Julian Lewis.
Over the weekend, the Buffs Nordic team traveled to Bozeman to compete in the Montana State Invitational. On the women's side, both Tilde Bangman and Astrid Lund put up an impressive performance and stole both silver and bronze. The rest of the women's team earned their spot on the podium, sitting in first after an impressive 92 points. As for the men's, Will Koch finished the race in third, with the rest of the men's team not being far behind, placing fourth, as a team with 68 points. Overall, CU scored 314 points, securing third place on the podium after a hard fight to stay ahead of Alaska Anchorage. The Nordic team will be back on the track mid-February in Fairbanks, Alaska.
After a short break from racing in January, the CU Alpine team will be hitting the slopes in Bozeman at the Montana State Invitational on Monday and Tuesday. After dominating their last race in Copper, Colorado, winning 3 out of the 4 races, the Buffs have a good outlook for their next race in Montana. This will be their kickoff to their February race season and set of qualifying races for the national championship. With their competition fired up and a team ready to race, the Buffaloes are looking confident at their chances to hold the NCAA title.
It was conference prediction week for women's lacrosse as the Buffs were selected to finish second this season in the Big 12 preseason poll. CU also had 3 preseason all Big 12 honorees that include a pair of juniors. Midfielder Lily Azani, defender Jess Peluso, graduate attacker Madeline Pisani earned an all-conference honor and was selected as the preseason Big 12 Attacker of the Year. Colorado kicks off the 2025 season 2 weeks from today in a rematch of last season's Pac-12 championship game against the Stanford Cardinals.
The women's golf squad started their spring season today. The team is in Mexico competing at the Collegiate Invitational at Guadalajara. Luckily for the Buffs, they have escaped the snow and hopefully find the greens. The second and the final round will be played tomorrow. Find out about the tournament's result on our website over the weekend.
The track and field team will split its forces this weekend. The long-distance team is competing in the Terrier Classic at Boston University. The team will try and take advantage of being at sea level to make a push for qualifying times for nationals. The rest of the team is competing here at CU in the Colorado Invitational.
The tennis team steamrolled over the CSU Rams last Sunday. The 6-1 showcased a lot of strong performances. New doubles team Lara Alexin and Mila Stanojevic were impressed in the Rocky Mountain Rally. Head coach Anthony Palm has been adamant on improving doubles play. That group was one of the 2 doubles pairings to win their matches. The Buffs now travel to take on IU Indianapolis on Saturday. The team will look to stay undefeated, currently 3-0.
Hey Buff fans, I'm Kieran Walker bringing you this week's top 6 plays in Colorado sports. We're getting right into it, starting off with women's basketball at number 6. Upset against number 10 Kansas State. Little pass there from Sarah Rose Smith to Joanna Teeter, and she gets the 3 right off that play, and the Buffs take the lead late in the third quarter. Number 5 coming in here, we've got a Buffs alum. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie, and he's going to run up the middle here, and he's going to dunk on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. What a play there by the Buffs alumni in the NBA. Moving into number 4, we got some men's D2 hockey. And this is a bit of an interesting one. We have one we don't see every day, that's for sure. Looking over at the penalty box, we have Arthur Street in there for high sticking. And Buffs goaltender Dylan Lawrence gives him a little pat on the head there, saying no hard feelings, buddy. It all happens. And moving into number 3, going into the women's hockey team, DU came in this past weekend, and look at this. DU goaltender Megan Cunningham keeping score on the bench for her Pioneers team. I guess goalies are multitasking. If this isn't multitasking 101, then I don't know what is. Moving into number 2, we've got women's basketball again in that same Kansas State game. And K-State trying to tie it up with 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. And it's blocked by Jade Masagayo. What a play there. Keep the Buffs on top. And moving into number 1, we've got men's basketball here. And we got a slam from Bangot Dak. What can he not do? Number 8, the sophomore, put his Buffs back on the board. And ladies and gentlemen, we had some incredible plays for you this week. Those are our top 6 plays of the week. I'm Kieran Warger, sending you guys back to the desk.
Last weekend, the men's D1 hockey team hosted the University of Oklahoma. Playing 2 games against the Sooners, the Buffs impressed. CU went into the set of games ranked number 24 in the ACHA conference. Oklahoma was all the way up at 15. The visitors got the best of the Buffs on night 1, winning 3-1, but the Buffaloes came back with a victory to split the series, winning 2-1.
Luckily for you hockey fans, the men's hockey team has 2 more home games this weekend. They'll be at the CU Rec Center ice rink. Both nights, the Buffs will face off with the Grand Canyon Antelopes, who are ranked 14th in the conference. Tonight, the first game is at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow, they'll drop the puck at 7. As always, if you're not up for braving the cold, make sure to watch these games live right here on the SCO Buff Sports YouTube. And if you're feeling friendly, like and subscribe.
The D2 Buffs played their final home game of the season against the MSU Denver Roadrunners on Sunday, January 26th. The number 2 ranked BMHC Roadrunners shut out the number 1 ranked Buffs 2-1 in Boulder. Forward Oven Trevino put the Roadrunners on the board early in the first period, while Charlie Krause sealed the game late in the third.
Still sitting at the top of the conference with a solid record of 16-7 this season, the D2 team is on a non-conference Arizona road trip as they will be taking on Northern Arizona Friday at 8:30. Then on Saturday, they'll travel to Tempe to play Arizona State Sun Devils. The Buffs just have a 1-point lead in the BMHC above MSC Denver and will head to this weekend, hoping to extend their lead through non-conference wins.
The CU women's hockey team had a busy weekend with 3 games played at home. Friday and Saturday saw matchups against the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. The number 4 ranked CCWHA Redhawks walked away with a series sweep on Sunday versus the Denver Pioneers. The Denver Pioneers traveled to Boulder as the home team against the Buffs. The first 2 periods were eventful, while the third period saw little action. The Buffs walked away with a 2-1 victory over their in-state rival this weekend. This weekend, the team will be on their first bye of the semester as they prepare to travel to face Grand Canyon University on the road next week.
The club baseball team has found their new coaching staff for this spring. The Buffs introduced Mark Goodman as the new head coach, who's coming from Colorado School of Mines. They also hired 2 new assistant coaches, Matthew Hunter, a sharp-minded hitting coach, and Raul Villarreal, who will work on defense and pitching. They began their season round robin against big names like Texas A&M, Iowa, and Texas this spring.
Who wants to do basketball? Who wants to do football? Who wants to do soccer? Who wants to do volleyball?
That's so sick. Did Christian just say that?
Videography. Anyone want to do that?
What's up, Buff fans? I'm Avery Childs, here to bring you this week's Rapid Fire. Starting off the weekend tonight, we've got the men's D1 hockey team at home to take on Grand Canyon University at 7. On Saturday, the women's tennis team plays at IU Indy against the Jaguars at 1. Moving into Sunday, our women's basketball team takes the arena at home against Texas Tech at 2. And finally, our men's basketball team will be at TCU to take on the Horned Frogs at 2, where you can stream on ESPN+. Buff fans, show up and be loud this week. I'm Avery Childs, and that was your Rapid Fire.
Now it's time to reveal this week's trivia answer. So drum roll, please. As a reminder, we asked you when the last time the Buffaloes men's basketball team went on a 9-game losing streak. And drum roll again. The answer is 2008-2009 season. The Buffaloes finished their season losing their last 12 games.
It's time for our tweet of the week. The Buffs posted a picture from the 2025 Shrine Bowl featuring some familiar faces. 5 Forever Buffs posted up with the Ralphie Horns. In the photo is Will Shepard, LeJontay Wester, Jimmy Horn Jr., Cameron Silman Craig, and Shiloh Sanders. Wester impressed so much at the event that he earned an invite to the NFL Scouting Combine. We'll all find out who is faster between Wester and Travis Hunter in a 40-yard dash.
I have got to take Hunter on this one.
All right, I'll take my boy Wester.
Thank you for tuning in today, and as always,
You heard it here first.
Welcome back to Boulder, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting ready for period number 3 between the GCU Antelopes and the Colorado Buffaloes. We hope you enjoyed our live show, caught a glimpse of my announcement of play of the week. And so yeah, we do multiple tasks here at Scobo Sports. 1 minute to go here until the teams take to the ice for the final 20 minutes of this game here. Nick, it's been pretty intense so far, but we'll see if it continues.
Yeah. Well, I like how you mentioned the show because I also produce those shows, and then I produce these games. I can't wait for this finish, though. It's been a really eventful. I think we're going to have a lot of plays of the week out of this series. There were a lot of hockey clips in that one. There were 2. This is a lot more than the usual. And this game has been the exact same, just a lot of breakaways and things like that. Really nice saves. And the biggest story heading into this is who will start in net. It looks like leading out team is going to be Deemer Anvil. Yet to be seen if it's going to be Hoagland, who we saw only get a couple shots on net. And they say both. So that'll be an interesting situation. So we'll keep on that. We completely didn't see the goalie change earlier somehow. It's on their bench. It was on their bench that we were looking at, so yeah. He's kind of teleported.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, just spawned. So teams are about to take to the ice for the final time as coaching staff is out on their respective benches. And Drew McConaughey looks like he's going to lead his Buffs out. He's waiting for his goaltender, Liam O'Gwen. Here comes the rest of the GCU coaching staff as fans pile back into the rink here. You know, they're smart. They go out into the rest of the rec center here. If you've never been to the CU Rec Center, there's a basketball court. It's one of the most advanced rec centers in the country. We have a little running track we can walk around.
There's a basketball court. I forgot to mute. I keep doing that.
Buffs are. You can see the basketball courts out there, which we were talking about moments ago. And just beyond the wall with the WCHL banner is the got some spin studios, and the track is on the other side of that. So it's an impressive facility. If you ever get the chance to come here to catch a game, definitely do so. And don't stay here in the rink. It's about it's less than 40 here. It's pushing freezing. So.
Well, that's our intermission. That's my intermission ritual. Is to just walk that track,
Oh yeah.
get warmed up again.
And here come the Buffaloes. Liam O'Gwen leading his team out. And the Antelopes come out. And Nick, it looks like De Moranville is going to be back in net. Yes, he passed concussion protocol. He's
Mid-ice.
cleared to play. And yeah, here's Caden Boucher over skating around O'Gwen. We'll see if he takes to the ice tonight. O'Gwen's just been incredible this weekend, as he has been throughout the entire season, in fact.
Yeah, it's actually Boucher that's scuffing up the ice for O'Gwen.
There's O'Gwen warming up in his net. And we have the final huddle for the Buffs. As Cam Pickett's line is going to start here. Huddle is broken. Final 20 minutes of this game. This should be going to overtime. Let's see what happens here as Cam Pickett out to center ice to attempt the face-off. And GCU comes away with it. Yeah, GCU has won, if I'm not mistaken, the majority of the face-offs here in this game. As Thomas is going to chase down back into the corner, as is Bergie. Bergie trying to pick it up, and he does. There's a fight for it in the corner. Back into that zone, back into the corner. Pickett. Bergie still, it's like held down there into the corner as the puck comes out. That's shot high there by Hendrickson. Here's Pickett going up the left side. He's got help out in front from Bergie. Pass is broken up and picked up by Rosalenko. Back out. There's a shot, goes wide. Yeah, Pickett was tripped up a little bit there. Right in the slot. And out comes Owen Hansen trying to get that wraparound out in front. A little cross-ice pass there right into traffic. Buffs are all over these Antelopes here this evening. Here's Hansen again, trying to get that wraparound, and Ferguson is all over him into the corner. Picked up again by GCU and Marcin Kevicius. He's got it on the breakaway. Out in front, save by De Moranville. Out to the corner. Felt that pressure coming. I guess you could call that a breakaway. There's no one out in front. Marcin Kevicius was really under pressure there as that puck is loose behind the net and picked up by GCU as they try to clear it. And here's Husby, and he finally clears it. McConaughey. Got to get his stick on it. That shot goes high. Up into the net, Marcin Kevicius is checked a little bit there. This puck goes back into the corner. On the boards out in front off the pad of O'Gwen. Husby. Back into the corner. Gets out in front here. Broken up by Jake Carney, rather. Marcin Kevicius. That's back out. Another shot right in the traffic out in front and saved by O'Gwen. Some more pressure coming here from Spring. Out in front here for Trisher. They have a trip there. Crowd wanted a penalty. They're not going to get one. That was a interesting trip up there. That's bounced along the boards in front of the GCU net. Well, in the midst of a line change, if they have shot that into the net. Here's Hofteaser skating up into the slot, and he's forced off to the right. And Hofteaser loses the puck, trying to skate into it. And he loses it, and the Antelopes have a chance here. Out in front, shot goes wide. Back into the corner for Thomas. He'll skate around, feeling that pressure from Roman DiDomizio and Hofteaser. And here comes Dolan. Dolan's got a chance here. Back onto the corner, save Ogwen. Islanic chasing that puck down. Here's Ferguson again. He's just going to chip that one high for Dougie Wood. Hofteaser. And looks like offsides will be the call here. Maybe a hand pass.
Buff's getting a lot of looks for a team that's up right now. They're trying to get the insurance goal and doing really good at it. Staying aggressive, getting those longer passes. You can tell they want another one, and that one goal lead's not enough for them.
Dickinson off that face-off, can't get it. Another chance here for the Antelopes as that goes back into the corner. And Ogwen came out of his net to play it. Yeah, Ogwen's not slowing down here yet. He's still got a lot of life in him. So Ukele trying to get this one out. Back into the corner there for Hoagland. Or excuse me, no, Surchik, and a save by Ogwen. To stop play. 16-20 here in the third period. Still 2-1 in favor of CU.
And partner, it has not been since the 5-minute mark of the first period that the Buffs have been within 8 shots of the Antelopes.
Tightening that gap. Hopefully they can keep that trend alive. That shot goes wide and hits the boards. Back into the corner. This bench is getting vocal. There's a stop there by Ogwen. Another face-off coming here. It looks like Cam Piggott is back in the circle against Hansen. Bit of a jump start there by Ferguson. The officials are once again hesitating to drop the puck, and that goes high off the shoulder of Ogwen. Bounced off the glass and goes back into the corner. And we'll get an icing call here against the Buffaloes. So face-off coming back into the Buffaloes zone.
But it feels like it's been 10 minutes this period's been on so far. We're only 4 minutes gone here. All the ice-ins and puck hitting the net on all the likes.
Yeah, the D2 games and the women's games, they fly by. These are by far the longest. As you see, lots of action, lots of stoppages to play. Save by Ogwen. Right off the pads. What is this? That's too easy. Ferguson tries to get it in the corner. That's behind for GCU. There's another chance here. Out in front, shot right into traffic. Another shot at the rebound. Back into the corner. Ogwen is just on fire here this third period. It has been this entire game, except for that one goal. He's just snuck right past him. That was a tough one. Ogwen, here's Rosalenko. That's a one-timer. Shot goes wide. Just off the glove of Ogwen into the corner is Kinney. Buffs desperately trying to clear the puck, and they finally do as that puck nearly went into the rafters. Icing here, or excuse me, penalty coming up here against GCU. And Gabe Treishler is going into the box for the Antelopes, and a much-needed power play for this Buffs team. The box attendants no longer on their phone.
It was a very important call, whatever it was. You'll never believe where I am right now.
And here's Marcinkiewicz off that face-off on the power play. We got the best skaters on the ice here for these Buffaloes. Rather, Ferguson trying to get his stick. That's cleared out by GCU. Almost went into the Buffs bench as Marcinkiewicz is going to pick that one up. And play is stopped. Pretty confusing. Just inside 15 minutes to go here. We have 1:45 left on the power play. Marcinkiewicz attempting the face-off again. And GCU comes away with it. Testa trying to get a stick on it as O'Gwen comes out to play this and leaves it back for Ferguson behind the net. Ferguson skates up, a little backhander there to Marcinkevičius. He's looking for help here. Marcinkevičius trying to get up into the slot, turned over. What a chance there. They're all over Rapp. Ferguson. They'll pick that one up. So Gwen came out to play that last one. Ferguson skating up the left side and wraps that one around the net. Along the boards. Ferguson trying to get, Marcinkevičius can't get his stick on that puck as we approach a minute to go here. And, this line will come off the ice. And Ferguson's going to go to the bench. And, long pass out to David Hofteaser, chasing that puck down into the corner. This is Sean Spring. Nislanik trying to grab that high stick that one out of the air, And Wood into the corner for Kinney. Hofteaser. There's a fight for it. 3 Buffs fighting for that one behind the net of DeMoranville. Back out, Wood loses that puck. Wood's just gotta work on his stick a little bit there. We're gonna see more.
Got delayed penalty here.
Yep. So here comes another penalty here. And it's gonna be for slashing. So it's going to be Benjamin Oakland. So
2 first liners are in the box right now.
Obviously their discipline is slipping a little bit here, and Buffs are getting some much needed power play chances.
Buffs still need to be quicker at that point, though. A lot of these clears are coming deep in the D zone, and they got to be quicker to that.
DiDomizio gets that face off. Back out there, Nislanik thought about that one-timer. He's not going to take it. Hofteaser right into traffic. Shot goes wide. And DeMoranville will get will just bury that puck.
Protecting his melon past couple minutes. You can see he's a little bit graceful trying to cover that puck. Try not to re-aggravate whatever injury he's been dealing with.
So the 5-on-3 is coming to an end here. That puck back out into the corner, into traffic. As Tulip Halls comes back out to Buffaloes. And that's a turnover chance here, shorthanded for GCU. It's getting up ice. And a great pressure there by Caden Nislanik. As that goes back into the corner, and Dougie Wood. As the Buffs are in the midst of a line change, and Wood's just going to leave this one back for Ferguson. Marcinkevičius back out on the ice. Another power play chance here. Here comes Marcinkevičius. He's got wheels going up the right side. He's got help from McConaughey out in front, and Hofteaser, that is. There's Marcinkevičius near the blue line, loses his puck and keeps it in the zone for Ferguson, who takes a shot right into traffic. And a check there on Ferguson by Jack Thomas. And Jack Thomas been very physical here this evening as that puck is cleared out of the zone. No Gwen's going to leave it. Long pass out, intended for Rosalenko. Back out for Testa. Testa loses his puck, nearly a high stick there. Ferguson, not sure what happened there. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Ferguson will fire into traffic. It goes off the pad of DeMoranville. And Ferguson, back out one-timer by Marcinkevičius, saved DeMoranville. 20 seconds left on the power play. That puck is loose in the corner. Rosalenko is tripped up, and no penalty called here. Ferguson, good check there. McConaughey out in front. Score! Jake Rosalenko off the pass from Drew McConaughey right out in front, sneaks it right past Jacob DeMoranville, and the Buffs take a 3-1 lead. Holy cow, what a play.
Well, partner, like I said yesterday, no one on this team has better offensive awareness than Jacob Rosalenko. You can see right there, he knew exactly where he needed to be, and got the job done. Not a lot of players have that offensive awareness, and thank goodness for the Buffaloes they have found a player like that.
That face is a bit of a sloppy face off there. Is no clear possession, but the Buffs do come away with it as Cam Bandoni get his puck on that one. Matty Hull tries to get that one back into the corner. Bit of a check there on Blake Blevins behind the net of O'Gwen. And a chance here for, Bandoni and a broken stick. There's Gabe Trischler. Trischler uses his stick there. That's snapped right in half. 11 minutes exactly to go here in this third period as we have a stoppage. And Blevins is going to go to the bench.
If I was counting right, I believe that's 5 broken sticks in this series. And who knows how many gloves. Like I said, it's a tag sale here.
Yeah.
Just all the equipment everywhere here.
All the equipment's getting destroyed. It's not like the NHL where they have an unlimited stick budget, but hey.
They're not cheap.
Those things are not cheap, and they break so easily. And there's a face-off is going to be smothered immediately by D. Moranville. Yeah, that's one thing my dad always says. Back when he was playing, he always played with wooden sticks. And, I mean, he still does when he goes to play stick and puck. But the new designs, obviously, they're lighter carbon fiber. But it's just, they break so easily, and they're super expensive.
Well, I bought a Bauer Hyperflex, or Hyperlay, I forget the exact name. And that was probably $150 for adult size.
Oh, dang.
And you just see them break so quick. It's like, it's like $200 down the drain.
Another chance there out in front for Cam Piggott. Can't connect with that. And the Antelopes here for a respond. Ms. Lanik, that's means like that shot goes wide, nearly open to the netting. And Logan Bergy trying to get his stick on it. And Thomas wants a piece of that one. He's getting that one. Kate moves that one back out as O'Gwen fires that one into the corner, sensing pressure from Thomas. A little bit of a trip up there. Back into the corner. Thomas is going to pick this one up. Out in front. Can't connect with any players. As Gherkin fires that one. Big check into the corner there by Hansen. Out in front here. Let's say by O'Gwen. Nearly a delay of game penalty called there as Wardis plays this one. Sometimes leaves it back for Thomas. Nearly intercepted there by Caden Islanik. Ms. Lake tries to clear this one. Buffs have cleared it. Dougie Wood has a chance here. Buffs in the midst of a line change. Wood trying to get his stick on it. Turns it over to Thomas. But here's Hofteaser. He's yet to score tonight. Ferguson. Goes to the Buffs to retreat. That's going to be fired deep into the zone. Save by De Moranville. Puck comes back out. O'Gwen just going to get rid of that one into the corner. Ferguson fighting for it at the half wall. As is Wood. Roman DiDomizio in hot pursuit out in front. Saved by O'Gwen. As the looked like the net did come out of the post again. It's been a recurring theme here this evening.
And then again, it seems like every single time Colorado gets a shot, GCU gets 2. Right now we're at 11, the differential. But, I mean, you can see the numbers proven for him. It's still a 3-1 ball game. Or a game. There's no ball in this sport.
Yeah, we get the gist. DiDomizio wins that face-off for Ferguson. Wraps it around for Kinney. Kinney looking for help. Turned over. Out in front. Goes wide of O'Gwen. Another chance out in front here for Hansen, trying to get his stick on it, as is Nelson. Nelson tripped up there. The blue lines, the Buffs have cleared this one. And we'll get an icing. 8:45 to go here in the third period. And a bit of a scuffle here right in front of the scorer's box. David Hofteaser, not pleased. Sense intention.
Yeah, him and Nelson have been fighting in that crease in the attacking zone all night. DiDomizio, of course, one of the harder hitting players. He likes to bully that crease and set up screens, and some players don't like that.
Roman DiDomizio gets that face off for Jack Ferguson. Back into the corner. Kinney wraps that one around. Hofteaser trying to get his stick on that one as it's turned over to GCU. Out in front here. DiMizio out in front. Trisher's pass is broken up into the corner there, checking Ferguson. Excuse me, DiMizio rather. 15, Tristan Tubical trying to get his puck on that. So back out to Schriesler. Dougie Wood over his target. Trying to get his stick on it. DiMaranville into the corner there. Leaves it back for Spring. Spring's got wheels. Elliot Testa trying to break up this pass. He's not going to do it. Great stick handling here by Jakubsma. He's been absolutely instrumental for this team here this evening. He's been taking hits. Here's Thomas. Thomas takes a hit by Marcin Kevichus. Back out, Matty Hull picks up this one. He's going to wrap around O'Gwen. Look for help. Testa at the half wall. Turns it over. There's a shot into traffic. Goes wide of the net. Looks like it may have got a piece of O'Gwen. That's back in there for Testa. He's back behind by Serchik. Serchik got it, excuse me. Henriksen out in front. There's a chance here. Testa's got wheels. Cross ice to Marcin Kevichus. He's got help from McConaughey. Out in front. Turned it over. Taking a stick on that puck as Marcin Kevichus. Gets that one back and the puck goes back. O'Gwen comes out to play it. He's going to leave it there for Matty Hull. A little wrap around there for Elliot Testa. Pass intended for McConaughey. It's not connected. And Blevins picks up this one. McConaughey is deep into the zone trying to connect. Or trying to pick up the puck, rather. Back out of the clear it, and another chance here for the Antelopes. Broken up there. And shot right into traffic and a save by O'Gwen. That puck goes high toward the rafters, not in, and Dickinson is going to chase this one down as no icing is called. Excuse me, waved off rather. Out in front, save! There by DiMaranville. A chance there for Cam Bandoni off the pass from Owen Dickinson.
Yeah, this Buffs team knocking on the door. They want another one. You see, not the highest volume of shooting right now, 24-34, but man, that team gets getting close.
Here comes the face-off, and getting a jump on it, and the linesmen have been hesitant to drop the pucks here. Bit of a scuffle here as Dickinson, between Dickinson and Trishler. Linesman hesitant to drop the puck. Buffs come away. That's the cleanest face-off we've seen here this evening. Shot goes wide. Islanic trying to get his stick on that one. It's going to be cleared out. Buffs bench being very vocal here as looks like excuse me, Blevins took a hit there. There's a shot by Dickinson right into the glove. And that's going to start a little bit of a scrum afterwards up in front of here as GCU comes in to protect their goaltender. And one thing I will say, GCU's crowd is not as vocal here this evening. I think that's working to the Buffs' advantage in a way.
Yeah, that was a very rowdy crowd. Of course, the refs weren't doing any favors with the at least with the fans' perspective last night. Really fair officiating tonight and yesterday too, but you know the fans.
He's off control by GCU. And back out here, and we're gonna stoppage of play here. Just inside 6 minutes to go here. There's an offside call. It's GCU, and face-off's going to return to center ice. Excuse me, the neutral zone, rather. In the corner. Piggott. GCU wins the face-off, but it's turned over quickly to Logan Bergy. And Thomas picks this one up, as does Hansen at the boards. Piggott, great stick handling. Piggott takes a huge check there from Caden Herrickson. To Rosalenko, can't connect. Pass not connected. As DiMaranville leaves that one back. We have a dangerous situation there. He's out of his net. Anything could have happened. Ferguson into the corner. Bounces that one off the glass. And a breakaway chance here for Bergy into the corner. Or excuse me, onto the boards, rather. There's another chance here for Tubasol, and a save by O'Gwen. Just over 5 minutes to go here. Buffs have a 2-point lead. So got to keep that pressure going. And we'll see if GCU pulls their goalie. Sloppy face off there, but taken away by Dougie Wood. He's got wheels, trying to skate up into the slot, and it's broken up. Ferguson chasing this puck down into the corner. Bounced off the boards, and looks like we'll get no icing here as GCU gets a quick line change. As Wood trying to get his stick on there at the blue line, keeps it in. Off teaser. Chasing this one down is Euclid trying to apply that pressure. That's wrapped around into the corner. And, off teaser. Skating around to that one. Another chance here, shorthanded. Out in front, cross ice pass. Oh, what a chance there. Broken up by Elliot Testa. Back into the corner is Schrischler. McConaughey chasing down this one. Into the corner. Here's Testa. He's retreating back into his own zone for pass intended for Jake Carney as Mansour picking up this one. Testa bounces that one off the glass. And McConaughey racing for this one. Here's Mansour who's clearing the puck again. 3:40 to go here in the third. See what happens here. Out in front. Saved by O'Gwen. That was one of the best saves we've seen from O'Gwen tonight. Right into his glove. That was a rocket, too.
Yeah, and that could have completely changed the momentum of this game. Still 3:30 to go here. If you go down, as the net will be empty for the GCU Antelopes, that could have been huge. Would have been a completely different game. And who else to keep this game where it is right now than Liam O'Gwen?
Six skaters on for GCU. At 3.5 minutes to go here in the third period. And here comes Owen Hansen facing off against Cam Piggott. Buffs have to clear their zone fast and they sink it in past that empty netter. The night is over for the Antelopes. That's cleared out quick. Really kept it in the zone and cleared out by Rosalenko. Rosalenko chasing down and down. Shot goes wide and we get an icing call. There's the empty net again. As the face-off comes back to Buff's zone. It's going to occur to the right of Liam O'Gwen. Bit of a sloppy face-off picked up by GCU. And Gherkin back out and cross-ice pass. One-timer goes wide of the net. Picked up by Henriksen into the corner. Thomas wants a piece of it. He's going to set it up. Shot right into traffic and a save by O'Gwen. That puck is cleared out, heading towards the net, and it goes wide. That was close. No icing. This puck is loose in the corner, but picked up by, Ricky Nelson. Bit of a high stick there on Rosalenko. As he's going to go to the bench as the Buffs are in the midst of a line change. 2.5 to go here in the third. Testa with a check there in the corner. Another shot's going to go wide into the corner, and we'll get an icing call this time.
Oop, that is not the right graphic. That's the right one. Let's take a quick look at our friends up north. Currently in Colorado, or in Fort Collins, the Rams are down 1-2. Of course, 1 point underneath this Antelopes team. There's a huge thin right now, as they also have about 2:20 to go here. Going to be interesting to see. Of course, the Antelopes are a far cry right now from trying to get those 2 points, but keeping those Rams underneath them, that would be huge. The Bears doing them a huge favor.
That's out in front. That's broken up right in the traffic, and Gwen stopping that one. So we'll keep you guys up. We'll keep you folks at home updated about the CSU game. There's a shot into traffic. Out in front, Testa breaks up that pass as McConaughey goes that one out high out of the air. 2 minutes to go here in the third period. This is what happens here. Back into the corner. McConaughey, as O'Gwen came out to play that one. Let's get shot out in front here. Puck is cleared out. And looks like we're going to get delay of game possibly, or excuse me, hand pass probably. So, but
I was going to say, there's no delay of game. The ACHA goes by the NCAA rulebook, and the NCAA
okay.
doesn't have delay of game.
Oh, fair.
With the pros do. Well, they do, but it's more just like, you can't smother the puck if you're not a goalie and all that stuff. Fun fact.
Face off. No clear winner there as GCU tries to come away with this one. Here's Thomas cross ice. Out in front, Henriksen right into traffic. Broken up there by Logan Bergy. As Thomas is racing to get that one. Retreat. So far, no goals scored on the empty netter. Out here. Back into the corner is Hansen. And Kate picks up this one. There's a shot. This one has the possibility to go in, and it goes just wide. Holy cow. And an icing called here. Or penalty. Or excuse me, no.
Yeah, icing.
Yeah, icing. The linesman holding up his hand. I'm like, what the heck? But the Buffs bench was not pleased with that icing call, that's for sure. That was the loudest it's been all night.
This might decide the game.
This is, yep, D. Moranville is coming back into the net for GCU. So we'll see if nope, never mind. He's being waved back by coaching staff. And this could decide the game here. Buffs get the face-off. This is going to be tough. Marcy Kevichus out of the face-off. No clear winner. Marcy Kevichus trying to get his stick on that. As Thomas is going to fire that one into traffic. We're going to another stoppage here just inside a minute to go. So face-off coming back to the Buffs zone. Nislanik skating around. We'll see who attempts the face-off here. It's Marcy Kevichus. There's a shot goes wide of O'Gwen. 55 to go. Another shot out in front, right into traffic. McConaughey chasing down this one. What goes back into the corner.
Oh.
And a huge check there on McConaughey as he goes down right along the boards into the corner. Another chance here. Here's Marcy Kevichus. Wraps this one around. A little backhander there to McConaughey. Trying to reach out and extend that. Hopefully he didn't pull anything there. Out in front, O'Gwen. Alert and ready to make that save. There's a shot. Great stop there by O'Gwen. Rebound out in front there and right into traffic, and a bit of a scuffle there as the Buffs come in to protect their goaltender. Just inside 20 seconds to go. What a stop by O'Gwen. See if any penalties are assessed here. As Kate's helmet came off. And we'll get some quick line changes here as the officials convene real quick at the bench. And we've got a penalty assessed here against the Buffaloes. As Jesse Kate is heading to the box.
Whoa.
Still 5 skaters on for the Buffaloes. And excuse me, it's going to be 4-on-4. I didn't even see that.
Oh, yeah.
And, Benjamin Oakland back in the box for the second time tonight. He's been very aggressive in this series. So yep, we'll have 4-on-4. 20 seconds to go. Excuse me, they're going to be, Kate is going to be assessed 5 minutes for fighting.
So that won't count against the player count.
Indeed.
We'll just add the specifics here. There's only 19 seconds left, regardless. Maybe get another player here. No?
We'll see what
Thought
happens.
about it. So yeah, it's still 5 players out there.
Crowd cheering on Jessica Tay there in the box.
Oop.
And looks like officials are convening with the coaching staff of the Antelopes. And we have Michael Lewis going into the box as well for the Antelopes. So face-off is coming to GCU's zone. And with 20 seconds left, we'll see if the Buffs can get another point, or if that will do it for this evening. Kissy back into the box. 15 seconds, puck is loose in the corner. GCU trying to respond. We've got the main advantage. That shot's gonna go wide. 8 seconds to go. Puck is loose in the corner. And with this fight for the puck in the corner and a bit of a scuffle starting, and it's going to be a stoppage here. The time on the clock has expired. And we'll see if any time is put back on. We've got a huge scuffle in the corner, but unfortunately our shots are obstructed, so we do apologize, folks. And lots of punches thrown and sticks are flying all over the place. Helmets are flying off. Buffs are coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Time has expired. What a play there. Buffs ready to salute their home crowd as GCU retreats back to their bench as we get ready for the handshake. Huge home crowd here tonight for the Buffs. I can't say the same for last night, but GCU doesn't have much of a presence here, and I think that's what motivated this Buffs team to get that W. And here comes the handshake. I was almost contemplating how this handshake was going to go, given the physicality we've seen this
Yeah, still
weekend.
watching out for like a quick,
See if anything happens here.
Nope, they're good.
Alrighty. Well, Nick, we have yet another series split for the second time at home since we've come back from break. And these were tough matchups for sure. Lots of physicality. This is honestly more physicality, I think, than Oklahoma, which was a higher ranked team, obviously, the number 2 in the conference.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we said, the chippier games are usually when the two teams, are a lot more evenly matched. Definitely the sense of that tonight. GCU, of course, were ranked higher, even though they're way further down the rankings. They are ranked way higher. They're ranked 13 in the country. The Buffs are 24. Rankings coming out in a couple weeks, I believe, so that'll change. But, yeah, just really evenly matched teams. Both teams have a lot to be proud of. Splitting the series, of course, but, like we said, the Buffs have a lot to be proud of, especially with tonight's game and the Antelopes for last night's game. So always a positive series takeaway. And, yeah, that's just the kind of mentality that you got to have, heading into those final weeks before regionals.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. And we've got the post-game huddle here from GCU. And we look at the WCHL matchups from today. Obviously, we say UNLV shut out Utah 4-0. 3-2 win for Arizona against UCO. And looking at final score here from in the third period here from CSU up in Fort Collins. Missouri State walked away 2-1, it looks like.
Yeah, I do believe there's like 2 seconds left, so safe to call that game 2-1 game. So that is big. Like we mentioned, heading into that, the Antelopes didn't get any points tonight, but the Rams were trying to pass them tonight. Missouri State holding off, though, so that's pretty huge for the Antelopes. Still in the middle of the pack of this WCHL race, and yeah, so right now that's pretty big. Missouri State just did a huge favor for the Rams, and that was a pretty big game for them.
Yeah, this was huge. Obviously, we're gonna see the rankings here in the next couple of weeks and what's going on with the postseason as we go into regionals over in St. Louis. So we're gonna see here. This looks like Jake Carney is competing with a number of the players out here at center ice. Postgame, getting some shots. Got to get some shots for their Instagram, that's for sure. And as the crowd is looming, we're looking over at the.
You can see Dee Moranville over there packing up.
Yep, packing up his stuff, getting his Gatorade water bottle. I must say I miss having those. I used to have them when I ran track, and then I couldn't bring myself to buy another one.
Yeah, I remember in football, I had mine, I think, when I was like 8 all the way until I was like in middle school. Yeah. And then you do like, gassers and stuff like that, 100 in the back, and then there was nothing better to see after running that than seeing your Gatorade bottle. So
yeah, this was a great weekend here in Boulder. That's going to do it for hockey. It feels weird not having any more D2 games, as their season, I think, is over as of today.
Yeah, so, and also no more games tomorrow, which is so I have my first day off in school since November 7th. Yeah, November 7th. That was the last time, weekends included, I've had a day off. So that'll be my first. That'll be exciting.
Good for you, man. It'll be nice. Yeah, we'll see what happens here the rest of the weekend. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for us this evening. We've had one heck of a series here this weekend, another series split, and looking over here, here's Tyler Phillips on camera. Who's getting our wide shot as we have.
Crouch down, Tyler. We got to iris up.
Shot. The iris has to be adjusted here.
No, not darker. There he is. Thank you, Tyler.
Better than the tripod. But that's going to do it here, folks. Alongside Nick Evans, I'm Kieran Warger saying so long from the CU Rec Center Ice Rink. And don't you forget, you heard it here first.